1st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Feeling stuck? Think bigger. Meet NASA's Meredith McKay and explore space careers, the future of Artemis, and more at the New Frontiers Diplomacy Forum, July 28th at Wings Over the Rockies. Tickets at wingsmuseum.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Temper tantrums.
Was that fun, listener? Were those good questions? Did you find yourself going, man, Stokley, Evans, Schlereth, you guys are dumb? Did you have fun today?
Copyright infringement.
He took something that I have told him and tried to make it his own and just did not present very well.
And some flexible scheduling.
When I grow up, I want to have Mark's schedule. No one has a better schedule than Mark Schlereth. He just shows up and works whenever he wants to.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
You know, every once in a while, that promo runs at exactly the perfect time. And it ages very poorly for Brandon Stokley. As I say good morning to Mark Schlereth, sitting across from me right now.
Yeah.
Because Brandon Stokley's not here.
Again.
The summer of Stokley continues.
Yep.
You all get one guess as to what he's got going on today.
Okay. You want me to take the guess?
Take that one guess.
All right. He's playing golf somewhere.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Summer Stoke.
Summer Stoke. Yeah, that promo needs to get pulled.
I would say so.
Yeah. It's just run its course. It has run its course.
Run its course. I mean, this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys gave me.
We found out when he was taking the day off. Yesterday during the show at about 9.
Yes.
9:30.
He gave us this little sheepish grin.
Johnny Whiplash came in. He poked his head in the studio and said, hey, Stink, can you do all 4 hours tomorrow? I'm like, well, what if I couldn't?
Right.
What if I had some big thing planned at 6 a.m.?
Your 6 to 7 a.m. hour was spoken for.
Yeah, I had a breakfast thing or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to get an early mow in,
right.
You know?
Sorry, I'll be pooping. So anyhow,
well, Stoke is there's I've never met anybody who loves golf as much as he does, and he's got some tournament action that he's involved in.
Oh yeah,
so
big time tournament.
But
action.
for all the grief that you guys gave me in the 1 week that I took off, it's like the only time I've taken
more
off.
than a week.
It was a week and 1 day. It was a week and 1 day.
Okay, a week and a day.
And, considering I hadn't taken
But you were home Sunday.
It's
and
true.
You took Monday
well,
off.
I believe in you need a day to recover from your vacation.
Okay.
I believe in that. And other people agree with me. So, anyway, no Stoke today, but we do have you. And we're happy for that. And we're happy for our 6 a.m. listeners. Best of the bunch here on The Fan. Already checking in. Thank you. But for all these 10 years that we've been working together, every once in a while, you just, because nobody here at The Fan gets as much fan mail as you do.
Correct.
I mean, you get tons of fan mail, mainly because you're really cool about, hey, listen, I'll sign whatever you got. Just send it to me with a self-addressed envelope, and I'll send it right back to you.
Yeah.
And you're very good about signing and everything like that. So I've seen you a lot of times before a show doing what you were doing this morning, which is just answering fan mail.
Yeah.
And then you were like, what do you know? And I'm like, okay, my curiosity's piqued. What's going on?
Yeah.
I understand a first in your fan mail experience was occurred today.
Yeah, I got invited to a wedding of some folks that I don't know, Andrew and Jenna.
Hell yeah!
Getting married September 12th. And they wrote in the little note, continued health and wellness. I know it's probably impossible to attend, but go Broncos, from a son whose dad was a big fan. So Andrew and Jenna getting married on September 12th, which is a Saturday, in Michigan. So in Newaygo, Michigan. Newaygo. Newaygo?
Is that in the UPI?
It could be in the UPI.
The Upper Peninsula?
Yeah, it could be in the Upper Peninsula.
I don't know where. Maybe we got some Michiganders listening.
I wonder if there's an old Wago. This is New Wago.
New Wago?
If there's an old Wago. Like there's an old Wago down the street and it's just kind of run down and dilapidated. And they said, you know what we need?
Yeah.
New Wago.
Yeah. We got to let go of this New Wago.
Yeah. We got to let go of the old Wago and get to the new Wago.
Let go of my Nego.
Yeah. So they went to New Wago and propped up a new town.
Maybe somebody knows. Anybody know where? What's it again? Newaygo?
Newaygo. I'm pronouncing it Newaygo, but I have no idea.
Okay.
So
September
Andrew
12th.
and Jenna. Yeah, Andrew and Jenna. Yeah, the September 12th, I'll be meeting probably with the Miami Dolphins, I would imagine.
Yeah, that would probably be
Vegas.
my guess. Yes,
I'll be in Vegas meeting with the Dolphins.
We're anticipating your first game will be Miami at the Raiders, yes.
And trying to learn a bunch of names that aren't going to last in the NFL for more than a year or two.
Right.
Yeah, that are playing for Miami. So that's probably where I'm going to be.
Well, that's very nice. Well, are you now here's my question. Anytime you're invited to a wedding and if you cannot attend, you still need to send a gift.
Oh.
Like what's the etiquette on that?
I don't know what the etiquette is, but I was going to send a handwritten note like congratulations on your marriage.
I think that'd be very nice of
you.
Handwritten note, yeah.
Right, a little handwritten.
Maybe a video. How about a video?
Well, I don't have a place to send the video. Like how would I send the video?
You need to get their information.
I need to get their info.
Yeah. You need did they include a phone number?
No.
Just the address?
Just their address.
Well, then, maybe send the note and then
RSVP.
And then
wait. Here's an RSVP by texting 231.
Whoa. Don't put their number out there. I guess you want people to send congratulations to.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Andrew and Jenna. Hey, everybody. Yeah. Hey, all of our listeners. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny if all of a sudden they got bombarded with
congratulatory text messages
from Denver?
Yeah. So I could send. Is
that funny, Drew Goodman?
Yeah. I could send a I could send a.
You should send video.
Video. Hey, I regret to inform you I can't make it, but wow, what an honor it was to be invited to your glorious wedding up there in. What was it? What was the name of it?
Nueva?
Newaygo. Yeah. I never go past Old Wago. I just don't. It's just a personal policy of mine.
Yeah.
I don't go past Old Wago. I stay around New Wago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are off and rolling. Always enjoy hearing from the 6 a.m. listeners. Evans Lammy was bad-mouthing you yesterday after you got things stirred up about his terrible take on the play call switch.
Yeah.
Said you have a big keister. Okay. That's.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
No.
Chubby.
Yeah.
You gotta have some girth.
Yeah, I got a little.
You got a little girth.
I got a little cushion
Little
back
tubby
there.
kid.
You got. I mean, you gotta have a low base. You know.
At least
Play with leverage.
At least when I get older, I'm not going to be like one of those guys that have no butt.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mine is rapidly decreasing.
Right. And Cecil's like that. Ever since he lost all that weight, he's got no butt.
Yeah.
No sand in his pants.
No, he doesn't have sand in
Right?
his pants.
Right?
Uh-uh.
I'll throw one of those scouting terms back at him.
That's
He's got no bubble.
He's
got no bubble.
Can hardly hold up that G-string.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. How's he gonna? All right. We are off and rolling on this Thursday morning as we eagerly await the start of training camp. How are the Broncos positioned when it comes to their good young talent? Do they have enough of speaking of a bubble, do they have enough of a base? That is coming up next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area. Limit one per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey, I've been lucky enough to work with and endorse a lot of great companies and, more importantly, great people over the years. You won't find anyone much better than Todd Whalen, the founder of Advanced Tax Solutions. I don't know if I've ever met anyone more passionate about what they do, which is for over 30 years, Todd's been helping people get out of their tax and payroll jams. Sure, he has every certification possible, attending classes to stay on top of the ever-changing complex local and federal tax laws. He's licensed to fight the IRS in tax court, where he is undefeated. But it goes way beyond that. Todd Whalen and Advanced Tax Solutions are committed to their clients, working tirelessly, constant communication, encouraging questions and feedback. Clients have told me how thankful they are that Advanced Tax Solutions cares the way they do, and the thousands of dollars saved by finding a resolution with the IRS is a nice bonus too. For any kind of tax problem, payroll issues for your small business, getting the IRS off your back, go with the people I trust, Advanced Tax Solutions. Call 303-753-6040 and at advancedtaxsolutions.com.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
All right, Broncos country, listen up. Philip Lindsay here. And for stress-free summer travel, I chose Hermes Worldwide. Forget the airport chaos. Hermes Worldwide offers comfortable, reliable transportation for your airport transfers and more. They're dependable, they're professional, so you can focus on your vacation. Make your summer travel easy. Give them a call today at 303-577-7600, or you can visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why professional contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. For 35 years, this family-owned, locally operated supplier has delivered quality products, next-day delivery, and quick will-call service that keeps builders on schedule. From new construction to remodels, their experienced team is committed to helping contractors succeed. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise built for Colorado contractors.
A quieter neighborhood. And even closer to work.
Mom!
With great schools. And we got a way better rate than we expected. Plus, separate bedrooms.
Get a mortgage that adds up. Wings Credit Union. Let's figure it out together. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 405466. Insured by NCUA.
Usually when something sounds way too good to be true, it is. Imagine someone says you can cut your mobile bill in half. Sounds like a fantasy, but with Xfinity Mobile, it's the real deal. Because when you have Xfinity Internet, you can cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, Try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. That's a whole lot of streaming, sharing, scrolling, and whatever else you can do with your phone. All for half the price and none of the commitment. That means you'll save big over Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Now, all you have to do is think about how you'll spend all that extra money. Call them at 1-800-XFINITY or go to xfinitymobile.com or visit a local Xfinity store to switch today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares to one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans of T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees extra, $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only after 12 months. Regular rates apply.
Robbie Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
Now that it's nice outside, I can't wait to spend time at my favorite outdoor oasis right in my own backyard. With my custom built-in grill island, comfy patio furniture, and blazing fire pit from O.W. Lee, I may never want to leave. Hi, this is Keith Lair with Lair Fireplace and Patio to let you know that we'd love to help you create your very own outdoor oasis in your backyard. Lair's offers the widest variety of top-quality O.W. Lee furniture and fire pits. With a great selection of in-stock items along with our custom ordering process, you can choose the exact style and color that will make your patio sizzle this summer. Lair's also sells the top names in quality barbecue grills and accessories to help you create an outdoor kitchen that will be the envy of your neighborhood. Lair Fireplace and Patio is Denver's oldest, most trusted name in barbecues and outdoor furniture. Family owned and operated since 1954. Go to LairFireplacePatio.com and see why O.W. Lee is the most sought after name in quality outdoor furniture and fire pits. That's Lair Fireplace and Patio, Denver's outdoor room experts.
Visit any of Lair Fireplace and Patio's beautiful showrooms.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Strong delegation.
Somebody's got to be in charge.
Someone has to be the parent.
Somebody has to be the parent, and I just put my foot down.
Proper hydration.
I'm reminded today of my boy Stokley, who I like to refer to as Fluids.
And trust in your teammates.
There was a lot of doubters. There was a lot of haters.
Never any doubt.
A lot of doubt from the guys that know you best, that work with you.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, no Stokley today as he is off. Summer Stokley continues. And as one texter pointed out, once again, the Chris Bryant of the Fan strikes again.
Brandon Stokley.
The Chris Bryant of the Fan. Wow. It's my back. Boy, oh boy. Stoke taking. Well, he deserves a little heat.
He does.
Yeah, he deserves a little heat.
Man.
Plus, he kind of slid out of here yesterday sheepishly in the 11th hour, right before the show ended, before he kind of let his intentions be known that he was going to make it in the next 2 days.
Eric from Aurora. Good morning, fellas. I was hoping I could get a shout-out for my 33rd birthday from the legendary Mark Schlereth.
Oh.
Big fan of the show. I never miss an episode.
All right, Eric, happy birthday. Happy 33rd. You know, I was doing my 33rd birthday, dispensing justice against the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. That's what I was doing. Love it, man. That is awesome. You brought back a good memory, good solid memory. Beat down to the Falcons.
And then what did you do on your 32nd birthday?
I beat down on my actual 32nd birthday. Beat up on the Green Bay Packers. Single-handedly won that game.
And what did you do in the process? Make NFL history that will never, ever be replicated again.
That's true. 32nd birthday, 32nd Super Bowl, W.
It'll never happen again. Again, a lot of Cecil was dragging you guys through the mud yesterday. So this guy says, You guys need to take it easy. I work for Federal Express. I'm in and out of my truck all day. Probably 5 different occasions I re-entered my vehicle to hear him back on the topic of the morning show, giving him a hard time. Well, first of all, why are you dragging us through the mud? Okay, first of all, you made the comments about why you think that Sean Payton
was forced to
that it
give
wasn't
up play calling.
Completely his decision and his decision alone. Not only did you say it, but your show producer, Alex, put out
the audio
for all the other shows. In case you missed it, here's what Cecil said.
Yeah.
So then we aired it, and then we responded to it,
Mm-hmm.
and we had our opinions.
Yeah.
And he got all upset.
We beat it down.
He got all defensive.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if you can't take the heat.
That's right.
Shut the hell up.
I mean, none of the tea leaves point in that direction. And there's nothing in that would say that the Broncos and Greg Penner came down to Sean in the midst of renegotiating his contract and said, oh, by the way, in this renegotiation, the other thing you're going to do, as we make you the highest paid coach in North American history, is that we're also going to strip you of play calling duties.
That's Bush League.
That doesn't. Does that line up?
No.
I will die on this hill.
Yeah.
Now,
Just doesn't line up.
Could in the course of conversation, could it have been like suggested? Hey, have you thought about?
Right. Or, hey, we really don't want to lose Davis Webb. Or Sean said, I really don't want to lose Davis Webb. Yeah, but I don't think.
But ultimately, it's your call,
right?
Your decision.
I don't think Greg Penner came up and said, hey, you got to do this, otherwise, you're going to be looking for work.
Yeah. I don't
we
think
can go back and forth for another 4 minutes.
I don't think Greg Penner was like, I was thinking about it in the shower.
No.
Going full Jerry.
Yeah.
So.
Jerry would have been a different story.
So I got
your attitude.
I got good news and bad news.
Okay.
The bad news is ESPN ranked the Denver Broncos age 25 and under talent as being only 31st in the league. That's the bad news.
Yeah.
The good news is they were 32nd last year.
Right.
And how'd that work out?
Yeah. So 25th in the league for 25 and under, or 31st in the league for 25 and under?
Talent, yeah. So, like, what's your young talent base look like? You know, and who has the best talent, young talent to build upon? Like, for example, number one, they had New England. Drake May's still under 25.
Mm-hmm.
Their cornerback, Christian Gonzalez, is still under 25. So when you look at the Broncos.
I mean, how many guys, seriously, how many guys on any given roster do you think are under 25?
Ooh, good question. I guess it depends on how good or bad the team is. You know, I would think a team that's in full rebuild mode, probably has, maybe 10, 15 guys on the roster, 25 or under? Whereas, and by the way, number 32 on this list, again, don't feel bad about where the Broncos are ranked.
Right.
Second to last, because the team that's in dead last
is
the
Rams?
team that's already won the Super Bowl.
Oh.
The Rams.
The Rams.
No, I'm saying it's already won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, Seattle's old news, Mark. Don't you know Seattle's old news?
Yeah. Oh, you mean it's
it's
already been.
It's predetermined.
Right, it's been scripted.
The script has been, yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's the Rams. They're just, this whole season that's coming up is just a mere formality. It's just.
That's obvious.
Okay. All right.
You're in
so
the
this is all, this list is all about, potential, which is, in the NFL, oftentimes the potential is a 4-letter word. I mean, potential gets you fired.
I mean, you
I
want
need production.
You want young guys, of course. You want this thing to be built to last for a long time.
That's obvious.
So you need young guys, right?
That's
so,
obvious.
but just because you're talking about 25 and under, I mean, here are some guys that just missed the cut. Bo Nix is 26, still a kid. J.K. Dobbins, for all the grief that J.K. Dobbins gets, do you realize he's only 27? That's a hard 27.
Oh yeah,
that's a hard 27.
That's a lot of wear on the tires. 27.
100 years.
R.J. Harvey, 25. Pat Bryant, 23. Troy Franklin, 23. Marvin Mims, 24. Jalen Waddle's 27.
Yeah.
So you look at some of the Adam Troutman.
Trout.
Our man Trout.
It's going to be the year, Trout.
Mm-hmm.
Trout's just entering his prime.
Yeah.
He's 29.
Trout's about to explode.
Quinn Miner's 27. So, I mean, to me, as long as you've got a good number of your core or guys that are still in their 20s, Zach Allen's 28.
Yeah.
Just kind of going down the list. Malcolm Roach seems like he's been here forever. He's 28. Nick Bonito, 26. Jonah Ellis, 23. And then you get some of the guys, Q Robinson, who they're expecting a lot from moving forward. He's 25. Drew Sanders, Stokes guy.
Yeah.
Can't wait for Drew Sanders' breakout year.
To explode.
It's just going to explode. 24. So, I mean, point being is that, Jahdae Barron, 24. So, it's not like the Broncos like, they're in a tight window here. They're getting older.
Yeah, I wonder where – it's funny, the delineating line being 25. I wonder where it would be if you put the delineating line at 27. Yeah, where would you rate the roster?
Right.
26, 27, 28. Where are we at 28?
Right.
I just think that's another one of those squirrely things you make up just because you need something to talk about.
But the idea that in this ranking is blue chip players
who's
have.
the number one? Who's the number one team?
So New England was number one.
Okay, give me the top 5.
Houston, number 2. They got Will Anderson, C.J. Stroud. Chicago, number 3. Caleb Williams, Colston Loveland, Roma Dunze. Cleveland is number 4. So there's the okay. Here you go. There's a team that's rebuilding.
Right.
So you're going to see a lot of younger guys. They list Harold Fannin, Spencer Fano, Carson Schlesinger. No mention of Shador.
What?
Come on, dog. Yeah. Tennessee, number 5.
They don't believe.
Raiders. Raiders, number 6.
Oh yeah. So
bad.
Essentially bad team.
The Raiders. The only team. So in the top 10 here, the only teams. I mean, you had New England, and you got the Bears. But other than that, I mean, Houston, I guess, Chicago. But Jets are at 7. Seattle's at 8. Giants at 9. Saints at 10. So I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily a list you want to be high up on.
No. I mean, you want veteran guys who have proven themselves, guys that can play, guys that already are not. You're not basing it on potential, and you get a young guy like a Pat Surtain. That should shoot you up the charts a little bit. But again, that's one of those squirrely little statistical things.
Plus, you didn't have a first-round pick this year,
right?
In theory, your first-round pick would be on that list.
Yeah, your first-round pick is Jalen Waddle. He's 27.
Correct. Coming up next, making its way around social media yesterday was a chart that casts Bo Nix in a very, very positive light. Once again, calling out questions as to why Sean Payton continues to throw these kind of passes. That's next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey, summertime in Colorado, you want to be at your best, looking your best, performing at your best. Doesn't matter your age, older or younger, be better without low testosterone holding you back. A few years ago, I got introduced to Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Perfect timing because I had been feeling run down later in the day, running out of gas. Thought it was a result of working early mornings and keeping stink in line. Turns out it was low T, was easy to find out, simple blood test, and then a customized treatment plan. And boom, here we are now feeling great. This is what Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic does. Treat low T and other hormonal issues using their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, GLP-1, PDA, and more. Can't argue with the results. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has successfully treated thousands of men over the last decade. If you're running out of steam, not sleeping great, losing some of that sex drive, feeling sad or depressed, schedule a consult, just $99. Meet with a Colorado licensed medical provider. Start low T treatment that day. Your entire office visit is free. 5 locations around Denver to better serve you, including Fort Collins, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Call today, 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Progressive knows it ain't easy navigating the open plains of home insurance, but there is one man who can help tame that wild herd of options. The Home Quote Explorer.
Note, Progressive's Home Quote Explorer is not a real person, but an online tool that lets you compare home insurance.
He's the type of feller who helps you decide on the right insurance, even if it ain't with him.
Again, not a person, just an online tool that helps you find great home coverage.
A real pioneer.
Okay, fine. Just do the thing. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected. Maybe you love someone who struggles with joint pain. You see it. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's July. The days are long. The light hangs around. Time to be outside, moving, playing, living, and you're sitting it out. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about getting that life back, because at QC Kinetics, that's what's happening every day. People who are stuck in that cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it with regenerative treatments done right in their office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. We hear it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. She's herself again. So if this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers a free consultation to see if you're a candidate. Call 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
Welcome to Whatever Bank, where we do our best and you do the rest.
Hi, what kind of relationship benefits do you offer?
Relationship benefits? That usually kicks in when you have more zeros in your account. But I like to think our coffee in the lobby is pretty decent.
You don't have to bank like that. Make the switch to KeyBank and earn real benefits by making 5 qualifying transactions each month with your KeyBank checking account.
I was going to do that anyway.
Learn more at key.com/relationship. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Zach here. If you're working on your home this summer, lock in a low-interest loan with 5280 Exteriors, as low as 6.99% for 15 years. Get those dream windows, siding, or decking project. Visit 5280exteriors.com. The altitude of quality.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has stood beside Colorado families after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion won, we know how to fight for you. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WillHiteWins.com. That's WillHiteWins.com.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Vantage Security Systems. Invest in real security for your home or business.
Delusional confidence.
I'm tougher than Mark.
Strong detective work.
Something was way off with him, like some kind of bad gummy bear or something. I don't know. It was just
gummy bear.
And personal hygiene.
Holy Moses. You guys excited about showering.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Good morning to all of you on this Thursday morning. I got Mark with me this morning because Stokley is off today.
Mm-hmm.
The summer of Stokley continues.
Yes. Very busy.
He's
there.
very sensitive. He does not like putting his business out on the street. He has no hesitation.
Screw you, Evans.
He has no hesitation to put my business out on the street.
No.
But we can't put his business out on the street.
I will smack you.
But I've given everybody one guess as to what you think he's doing today, and nobody has missed yet. So
right.
Tee it up and hit him straight. So this was making its way around yesterday on social media. Now, I'm going to go slow here because it involves kind of analytics and things like that.
Okay. Let me absorb it all.
I need you to absorb this. Okay. So it was like a graph. You know, you got one category going up one side and one on the bottom, and you know you hope to, in this case, find your guy like way out in the upper, right hand quadrant.
That's where the unicorns live.
That's where the best ones live.
Yeah.
Okay. So, am I going slow enough right now?
Slow enough, yeah, right
so
now.
So far, so good. So this is a look at quarterback performance on static true dropbacks. What is a static true dropback?
That would be the question.
That's you don't do football by math. It's a static true dropback is a dropback. Quarterback drops back with no motion, no play action, no screens, no RPO. This is just a flat drop back. Okay?
Okay.
And the goal here was to capture how efficient quarterbacks were when they simply had to drop back and pass. And in that formula, Bo was the best quarterback in the NFL.
Really?
He was in a tight group, but the best of the group, with guys like Jordan Love, Drake May, Matthew Stafford. But Bo was the best.
Yeah,
so
good.
Immediately, Bronco fans jumped on this and said, see, this is why all the silly screen passes that Sean throws are so dumb and worthless. Because if you just trust Bo, put Bo back there, allow him to drop back, good things happen. And this graph would indicate it. What is your response to all that?
Well, the graph, like what it indicated, like how many throws are there that they don't have motion or they don't have shifts, that you just line up in a static formation and drop back? How many passes are there where you're not changing the strength of the formation, you're not moving guys around, you're just lining up in a static formation? And I would say that would be on an overall season where you have 1,200 plays, that would be a very small number of plays.
Okay, I hear you. But in order to try to make an apples-to-apples comparison here, I mean, you could say that about pretty much any quarterback in any offense in the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all I really care about is, okay, Bo is the best of the best in this one stat. Who are the other guys with him?
Okay.
This is when it starts to lend, I think, a little bit more credence to this whole idea. Because the quarterbacks that are with him are Matthew Stafford, Drake May, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, and Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Pretty good company to be involved in.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
And,
sure.
I mean, you think about some of these quarterbacks, and you think about Matthew Stafford. He just strikes me as a drop back and let it rip. Drake May did a ton of that in making himself a MVP runner-up. We know Rodgers has been doing that forever. So I guess I lend credence to this whole idea that, hey, when Bo's allowed to just drop back and sling it, he's up there with a lot of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
All right, that's great. Does it give you context on how far you're slinging it? It's not a screen, but is it a check down? Is it a?
It could be a check down.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, there's a lot of different variables that don't tell me a whole lot about that information.
But there's a lot of other variables that would affect these other quarterbacks as well, and these are the quarterbacks he's bunched up with.
Great. I understand that. I would tell you Matthew Stafford, what a great running game they have with Blake Corum, what a great running game they have with Kyron Williams. They sit in 3 tight ends, probably more than any other team in football. Like the bubble screens and the screens and some of those things lend themselves to you being able to run your drop back game without pressure and all those things. So there's a lot of other variables in that to me is nitpicking a stat, and I'm glad that he's in the top. It's better than being on the bottom of it.
Right.
But it's just that one is a very convoluted conversation to me because there's not enough context in there to tell me that it's good or bad.
It's just does it strike you then? It's like almost like a one of those sort of made up, created, just to make certain number of quarterbacks look good.
I want to make a point. Let me see what I can do statistically to create a narrative, right? Because you can't just drop back 45 times in the National Football League and think you're going to be successful. You're going to get your quarterback obliterated.
Hey, coming up this morning from 8 to 9, it's the next giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 T-shirts. We're going to be at Santiago's Mexican restaurant located at 9050 East Hamden in Denver. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/search. So that's, again, 9050 East Hamden in Denver. Santiago's, good chance to get some breakfast and get that T-shirt. Good luck. Up next, we'll open up the text lines, give you a chance to react to what we've talked about so far this morning. Also, the Nuggets reportedly turning down a lot of offers for this guy. Who is it and why? And we also have some this guy always has struck me as like one of the cool NFL coaches, but he was captured doing a speech to his football team yesterday that I got to label
cringe.
Yeah. Next.
The Rockies say Hunter Goodman isn't available.
How much do you want?
But every man has a price.
I think when you look at the Rockies, they're more than just one player away, right? You got to start trying to get some guys, multiple guys. And if you can flip one great player and hopefully hit the lotto, hit the Powerball. Look, they've overachieved this year. They've been more competitive than I thought. But if you can flip Hunter Goodman and hopefully get a haul in return, you got to seriously consider that.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, Denver Deck Builders is used to being number one when it comes to the most decks built in Colorado, and now number one in their softball league. Yes, congrats on winning the Parker League Championship. Whether it's building decks or winning softball titles, Denver Deck Builders, all about hard work, teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. Denver Deck Builders can build you a brand new deck or repair the one you currently have. Either way, it's going to be a high-quality deck using the best materials and doing it with an experienced crew that will be professional during every step of the project. I encourage you to view their website, ddbonthefan.com. Look at all the different types of decks, all the features like pergolas, outdoor kitchens, lighting features, then set up a free design consultation. Denver Deck Builders is a 3-generation family-owned business that builds deck, but also builds relationships with their clients. Start planning your ultimate outdoor living space by going to ddbonthefan.com.
Progressive presents the Museum of You. We begin our tour with a unique piece, a relic from the early big screen television era. Remarkable. Next, we find a juicer, which historians believe has only ever been used once. And finally, compact discs from the emo era. A rare find indeed.
Some things should be history, but until then, you could protect what's important to you and save by bundling your auto insurance with a renter's policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975 in Boulder, has a championship-level lineup ready for you to test drive and take home today. They currently have specials on both the BMW X3 and X5 models. The BMW X3 model is a luxury compact SUV that offers balanced handling and a powertrain variety. The BMW X5 model is a high-performance powerhouse luxury model that offers you a thrilling driving experience. They also have a great pre-owned BMW lineup as well. Schedule your test drive today. Go to GebhardtBMW.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
Cecil Lammy here for my friends at SodaDietAndNutrition.com. Listen, 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Why? Because soda was there for me with a personalized nutritionist and a diet plan specifically structured for me. Soda teaches you how to let go of the weight and keep it off for a lifetime, and that's why I can lose that 60 pounds, and I'm never going to gain it back. There are no shots, no pills, no lifetime dependency. This is just real food with expert guidance and habits that last. That's why soda is there for you like they were there for me. Get your 4 weeks free when you call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. That's right. Get 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. You got the things that can work for you with soda. 4 weeks free is available now. Call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. Mention me, Cecil Lammy, there as well. Get right for the rest of the summer. It's SodaDietNutrition.com because soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait, only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Smalls here. If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds can turn into sinus infections that last weeks, ruining your perfect vacation getaway. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy, it's stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy at home. It includes prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home, or on the road, you have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, and no pharmacy lines. Also, no copays. Match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor. Start meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs a medical emergency kit, so order yours online in minutes. It's shipped right to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Food critiques.
I love chicken. I hate chicken salad.
What?
If you put chicken salad in front of me, I'd gag.
Hard-hitting analysis.
I took an Ambien on accident before practice, and that's what he looked like out there.
And some constructive criticism.
Reminded me of the show that Mike had yesterday. Just a little off, not completely there. You were like, Mike, are you going to take control of this show? Like, how many times did you say that yesterday?
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Stoke today.
doing what you automatically assume he's doing today, and you would be right. Mark Schlereth is here. And we always love hearing from our 6 a.m. listeners. Best of the bunch here on The Fan. Here's one on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043 from our guy Littleton Lee. Guys, speaking of lists, I know you guys like your list. This morning on the Unsportsmanlike show on ESPN2, Chris Canty gave his top 5 NFL defenses for the season. He had the Broncos at number 1, Texans at number 2, Rams at number 5. Just saying. Well, you got to immediately disagree with that list because you love the Texans defense.
Yeah, I do.
In your opinion, that's the number 1 defense.
Yes,
in the NFL.
in my opinion, it is. And look, I like that. I like the Broncos right up there. I wonder where he had the Seahawks. Seahawks defense, legit. Yeah, it's a good. I mean, it's a good list. Top 5. I love the Rams jumping up in there. What happens if or when Aaron Donald comes back? That's got to rank. That's got to shoot them up the list a little bit as well. With with what they've done at the cornerback position and all that. So
is that
yeah,
going to happen, by the way, Aaron
Yeah.
Donald? Because that thing's been rumored for a while now.
Yeah,
you're very confident. Are these your sources? Is this the same source that told you Aaron Rodgers was coming here?
different source,
Different
but
source,
very
but still impeccable.
very confident.
Tell me who it is.
Very,
I'll take it to my grave.
You'll take it to your grave. Let me tell you who it is.
I think he's a bum.
No, I'm pretty probably 90. I'll give it about a 90% chance of happening.
90.
But it may
Not 99.
No,
like I like to do.
Yeah. I'm not going 99. I'm not going crazy Mike Evans 99, but I'm
Right.
saying a 90% chance. There's going to be, the parameters of it are going to be different. Like there's going to be some weeks where maybe he just decides not to play. That's part of the contract. How many, a certain number of games he's going to give to them. But it'll be interesting for sure.
He's just waiting for camp to end.
Yeah, I mean,
Or-
that guy doesn't need to go to camp.
Right.
Go to camp maybe just to work yourself into a little bit of football shape so you kind of get your brain calloused. You got
Right.
to callous up your brain.
Callous your brain, not
You
your
gotta-
body.
Yeah, your body's got to get calloused
What does
too.
callousing your brain mean?
Well, I mean, the first couple of days of training camp, you always have a splitting headache from just hitting all the time.
Uh-huh.
Because your brain ain't used to it. Then your brain gets used to it, and then and then it gets calloused, and then it's like, oh, okay, now I'm good again. Yeah.
You realize how messed up that sounds, that your brain needs to get calloused to
Yeah,
being back playing football.
True
but-
story,
yeah.
though. I mean, it's true.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
But it's not
You're not used to hitting all the
not
time.
a great
so,
look.
No, you get a little bit of a headache for 2 days,
Yes.
and then
good.
then it dissipates. Yeah,
So it's kind of like getting like that really bad sunburn,
right.
but it's worth it in the end because now you've got
You
your
got a
base
good base tan. Yeah, that's exactly. It's the way we used to think in the 70s and 80s,
All
right?
I got you.
Yeah.
So according to reports,
Uh-huh.
the Nuggets have been turning down a lot of offers for Cam Johnson. The idea being that teams recognize that the Nuggets, wanting to get under the second apron, not want to be an apron team, are just looking to unload Cam Johnson. But to this point, they have been rebuffed in their offers for Cam Johnson. So what does that tell you? Does that tell you that the Nuggets are genuinely interested in keeping Cam Johnson, or is it something else?
I think the Nuggets feel like, unlike the rest of us, they feel like if they were just healthy, they would have been, able to compete in the Western Conference Finals and potentially in the finals. And I just think that's where they sit. I think they've got a run it back mentality, and like my big issue is the talent. Like, you got to be better at defending. You got to become a better defensive basketball club, right? That's one. But the biggest issue for me, Mike, was just the overall ability to respond to toughness, mentally and physically. And we talked about this a bunch, but when McDaniels came out and not only called them soft, but went down the line and basically pointed the finger at every guy and said, that dude's a garbage defender, he's soft. That dude's a garbage defender, he's soft. That dude's a garbage defender, he's soft. That dude's a garbage, and by name. And in all my years of covering sports, covering the NFL, in all my years of playing, I have never seen that level of audacity and no response from the other team.
I'd like to think that this is a sign that they're intent to run it back, because I like Cam Johnson as a player, but this is the summer of finances. This is the summer of finances for the Nuggets, and this is more about the bottom line than it is building the best roster.
They move it,
this is about they're holding on to Cam Johnson until they figure out what's going to happen with Payton Watson. This domino effect that we're waiting on. And it starts, I think, with LeBron James making up his freaking mind, and then find out what's going to happen with Payton Watson. Does another team swoop in with an offer that the Nuggets have to decide whether or not they want to sign and match, or are they negotiating with Payton Watson, but they just can't agree on a number yet? But I think this is all about if they lose Payton Watson, they keep Cam Johnson. If they keep Payton Watson, then they will give away Cam Johnson. I mean, then those teams will call back and they'll be like, yeah, let's work something out and hope I can get something. But that, I think it's as simple as that.
So nothing is happening until LeBron James makes a decision.
It feels like that.
It does feel like that.
It feels like that.
It does.
So we wait. Up next, Mark's going to weigh in on the biggest story going on in the NFL media world.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a chance to stand up for yourself.
Okay.
Something that you should have no problem wanting to do. And I love this guy. He's one of the top coaches in the NFL, but if this is the way he commands a room, maybe there's a reason why he had to move on. That's next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area. Limit one per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Colorado's 150th birthday. What do you even get the state that has everything? Wildflowers, sunshine, 4 seasons in a single day? Seems like that's covered. How about the new 150th birthday scratch game from the Colorado Lottery? It's loaded with $150 prizes for you and helps give back to Colorado's great outdoors. Happy birthday, old buddy. Don't remember you celebrating my birthday, but I guess you're the big shot here. New 150th birthday scratch. Must be 18 to play.
There's a difference between the cameras you buy at Home Depot and the cameras Vantage installs. Consumer cameras give you a grainy silhouette. Vantage cameras can read a license plate at the end of your driveway with full color night vision, 24/7 recording, and no monthly subscription fees, so you never miss a thing. Invest in real security for your home. Schedule a free Vantage Threat Zone Analysis report for your property. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit VSSIColorado.com today.
Kwiat Diamonds, a legacy of brilliance since 1907.
We're proud at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood to have been chosen as Colorado's exclusive Kwiat diamond jeweler.
From Kwiat's Mine to Shine diamond, the natural diamond cut, polished, and designed just for you.
To Kwiat's red carpet collections of designer jewelry, including American Beauty, Lyric, and Kwiat Star. They're all here.
Kwiat diamond rings and diamond studs, Kwiat diamond bracelets, and Riviera necklaces have long been the toast of Fifth Avenue.
Because Kwiat's whiter, brighter, and larger-looking diamonds cut to the world's highest standards.
I'm Dylan Williams. Shayna and I invite you to come experience the breathtaking beauty of Kwiat diamond jewelry for yourself.
Or the one you love.
For the American beauty in your life.
At Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, Colorado's exclusive Kwiat jeweler.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
It's home selling season, and what's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. Not with Orchard. First, Orchard gives you cash up front to buy and move into your new home first. Then, your local Orchard agent helps you sell your home on market for top dollar. One customer said, I went under contract within 24 hours of my home listing. Amazing. Don't settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Get your free home valuation at Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
For 90 years, Belco Credit Union has proudly called Colorado home.
That's thanks to all our members who have helped us grow alongside our beautiful state. To celebrate our anniversary, Belco is offering a special low fixed rate on a new home equity choice line advance. If you've been waiting to start a new home renovation project, now's the perfect time. Go to belco.org/90 years to see full offer details. Equal housing opportunity lender. Membership eligibility required. All loans subject to approval. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. The most intelligent Wi-Fi? Well, it's Wi-Fi that can actually heal itself when there's a problem. The most reliable Wi-Fi for streaming, gaming, working from home. Wi-Fi in every corner of your home, side to side, top to bottom. Wi-Fi that's security blanket for your network. Fiber-powered network with 99.999% reliability. Wi-Fi built for speed, powered by fiber. Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together seamlessly. Lock in 5 years of predictability. 5 years on the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi with our best equipment. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Price lock guaranteed for 5 years. Same price, no contracts. No commitments. Everything you need included. Data, equipment, and the most reliable Wi-Fi. Imagine that. It's only from my friends at Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Kenny here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of the guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's a delicious, portable, zero-sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Subtle intimidation.
Had to give Ty the look.
You did. I was
gave
wondering.
Ty a little bit of a like.
I was wondering what you were doing.
There's a little quizzical look.
Skilled debating.
You didn't think I was going to flip it on your head like this. See how I
you're
did
coming
that?
back at me. I
Right.
like this.
You
This is
regret
good.
this now.
And plenty of pet peeves.
Put your phone in your pocket and you never go back and get it.
It is a source of so much frustration for Mark that drives him crazy.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, good morning, everybody. On this Thursday, we welcome you in. Of course, I've got Mark Schlereth next to me. But where's Stoke?
Yeah.
No Stoke.
Nowhere to be found.
The summer of Stoke continues.
Hey, Johnny, when did you know Stoke was going to take the day off? Was it yesterday about 9:15?
Yeah, I think I got the news about 8:30.
Oh, you got the news at 8:30. It was us that got it at 9:15. Okay. Yeah.
I remember him walking in through that door into the into our studio, and he had this kind of like I got a glimpse of what like 5-year-old Brandon Stokely looked like. Had that kind of like sheepish, you caught me look.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, guys, just need to let you know. Not going to be in tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like when he was, caught as a kid and mom or dad came in and said, hey, who ate the candy bars out of the, and still has chocolate all over his face and goes, I didn't do it.
You're right. That's right.
I didn't do it.
That's
He's
right.
chocolate on his lips and,
He's fat.
Yeah.
So anyway, hit him straight, Stoke.
Yeah.
That's the only business of his we'll put out on the street.
Exactly.
I got to lead with this. Because I know you're friends with him, and he's regarded as one of the top coaches in the NFL. But I'm always curious. One of my, as a fan, I'm always curious about coaches and how they command a room. Who are the good ones at commanding a room?
Sure.
When you get up in front of
I think it's Mike. I think it's
kick their ass.
I think it's probably one of the top things, like one of the number one things I look at right off the bat when somebody gets hired is how do you command a press conference? Because you've got to stand in front of not only coaches, but you got to stand in front of your football team, but you got to stand in front of the media.
Right.
You've got to shape the narrative. You've got to be able to address the questions. You've got to have authority, but also, there's a fine line between being authoritative and then being also, compassionate, and there's a lot of it's a skill set that unfortunately a lot of guys don't have.
I know you don't look at the rundown.
No.
So do you have any idea which coach I'm talking about here?
No, I have no idea.
You don't?
No.
Okay. So we're going to play the audio. I watched the video of it, and it was like, ooh.
Cringy.
Cringe.
Like when Adam Gase got up in front with the Jets with his eyes going all over the place.
Right. I would have expected more. This is from your guy, John Harbaugh.
Okay, let me hear it.
Addressing the New York Giants.
Okay.
And it's important I say the New York Giants.
Standing up here in front of the New York Giants. The New York Giants. It's the New York Giants sitting in this room. The New York Giants. Wow. It's an honor. It's an honor to stand in front of this room right now. And I know those coaches back there feel the same way, right, coaches?
Certainly are.
It's an honor, man. We've been working, haven't we? We've been working early and we were late getting ready for today. Today. Sitting in this chair, in this seat, getting to work, getting started, our beginning. Because this is where it all begins, together.
Man, I would not run through a wall for that guy.
Well,
I mean, come on.
Now, that part of that.
And then you got to look at it, too, because he's like, the New York Giants. The New York Giants.
Yeah, right.
And everyone's kind of sitting there looking looking at the next guy.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Yeah, probably not. Now that's is that for some Hard Knocks thing? Is that?
I don't know. It was just everything gets videotaped these days, and
I think they're doing some type of maybe they're doing in-house Hard Knocks or something.
Well, if that's the case, Harbaugh's going to have to step up his game.
Yeah, he needs to take some lessons from John Gruden.
Right.
But
it's like, I mean, this is John Harbaugh, one of the most accomplished coaches we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Coming across something like that makes me it makes me wonder what was Nathaniel Hackett like when he was addressing the Broncos.
Only football.
Oh.
Oh God, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's all about Russ.
Obviously a big man.
Anyway, I had to.
That one, not John's most shining moment.
No.
I haven't seen the video. I probabably will try to avoid it from this point forward.
Yeah.
Because he is a good buddy of mine.
It is cringy.
Yeah, he's a good buddy of mine.
Cringy,
Maybe. I think they're probably doing some type of Hard Knock show, and maybe he felt
Take
a little
two.
uncomfortable.
Take two.
Yeah, can we rewind that? Can we start over?
Man.
Hey man, it's the Giants. Could you see if
Standing
John?
up here in front of the New York Giants.
He almost sounded
The
right
New
there.
York Giants.
Rewind that part right there.
It's the New York Giants
Standing
in
in
this
front,
room.
that right there.
Standing up here in front of the New York Giants.
He sounded like Joe Biden.
The New York Giants.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh,
It's the
yes.
New York Giants in this room.
Somebody said that. One of the responses, it's so funny you just said that.
I'm not
'cause
kidding you.
One of the responses was, if you close your eyes
Right.
and you're not watching and you're just listening, you can't get, once somebody says, hey, does that sound like Joe Biden?
Yeah.
You can't get it out of your head.
Right.
Standing up here in front of the New York
Oh,
Giants.
my God. I just
Right,
thought
yeah.
now, you're right.
Stand up here for the New York Giants. I'm not kidding you, man. I'm like, wow.
Wow.
He did.
Yeah. Tell Harbaugh that.
Oh, no.
Really ruined
He
his
imagine
day.
John Gruden doing it. Standing up here in front of the New York Giants. You with me? Knock twice. Knock on wood if you're with me. You know what?
Oh, my goodness. All right, so I got to get your thoughts here real quick because the big story in NFL media right now is the bloodletting at ESPN. They're letting a bunch of people go. And Ryan Clark got let go
Uh-huh.
in the middle of taping a NFL live show.
Correct.
And a lot of debate back and forth. Most people are happy to see him go. But Emmanuel Acho came out and said, you guys are crazy. This guy's a legend. He made NFL Live the show that it is today, that it blows away the ratings of what it used to be. Nobody watched NFL Live back in the day. And all the OGs are coming out. Trey Wingo, Sean Salisbury.
Right.
You know, Wingo's like, hey, put some respect on the names of Mark Malone, Mike Golick, Merrill Hodge, guys like that, and Mark Schlereth, he said. So you were back there, and I remember when NFL Live first debuted.
Yeah.
I thought it was the coolest thing. I was like, wait a minute, you're telling me I'm going to get like an hour of NFL talk here on March 3rd?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
So you want to pop off? You want to
No, I mean,
respond to
but that's
Acho?
That's how the younger generation is. And not everybody, but for the most part. Like I travel around the NFL and I go into facilities and I talk to guys and guys don't have a lot of the younger players weren't fans of the NFL growing up. They were fans of the Madden football game. And so they don't have a great history of the National Football League. Like when I came in the National Football League, I had a history. I knew the history of the league. Most younger players don't. And like that's Acho having no idea what the NFL Live actually was and what we created.
Yeah.
And I wasn't one of the originals. I came in. I was like it's like me being a faux hog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I came in. It started with Salisbury, Malone, Merrill Hodge, and Golick, and then it started maybe 2 years later. It probably started I think it started around 2000, 99 or 2000. I came in 2001, the summer of 2001, and became a fixture with those guys, and it was just like the four of us as analysts.
It was great.
For a long time, yeah. And, and we established it and went from a weekly show to a daily show from a half-hour show to an hour show.
Yep.
And by the way, we did get somebody threw out ratings that we used to get better ratings back in the day than they get now.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right.
But that's just Acho being Acho.
Yeah. Up next, for anyone who says the NFL Network Top 100 list is a waste of time, it was straight out candy for me yesterday watching this. It was so much fun, and you'll hear it next.
What if J.K. Dobbins finally gets a full 17 games? Could a major award be awaiting him if so?
Are the Broncos sitting on the biggest sleeper in the National Football League? And is his name J.K. Dobbins? I think the answer could be yes. J.K. Dobbins has that natural physical talent to be the leading rusher in the NFL. He's just got to stay healthy. And if he does that, man, this is setting up to be a special season.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, summer is the time to look your best, and while a good tan and dropping a few pounds can't hurt, reversing your hair loss will give you a confidence boost like none other. Go with the all-star team I went with over 20 years ago, Advanced Hair Restoration. Just in time for their once-yearly summer savings event, this is the game plan for that receding hairline, expanding bald spot, thinning hair. Advanced Hair Restoration uses an incredibly simple yet effective one-day hair loss solution that takes your own hair and begins to regrow it the very next day, and better yet, it's even guaranteed to grow. No magic, no gimmicks, just real science, the latest technology, and legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls, the same Dr. Pauls who did my hair 20 years ago. You could not be in better hands. If you've been frustrated by other ways to save your hair, I hope you take my endorsement seriously, because this does work. And with your summer calendar being a bit more flexible, this is the perfect time to take advantage. Advanced Hair's once-yearly summer savings event. Schedule your free consultation by calling 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com.
What is happening? Stoking from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and they got a great auction that's ending today at 2 o'clock. One of my favorites. Got a factory return home goods electronics auction ending today at 2. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. Best part about it is you're going to get great deals on great items. Factory return home goods electronics auction, over 1,400 items in it. I love the Jurassic Park Home Edition Plus pinball machine. That thing is awesome. How about a Kayada massage chair? This thing is huge. I need one of those at home. They got a smart toilet, refrigerator, freezer combination, some outdoor patio furniture, a little bit of everything in this auction. If you got kids, you got to check this thing out. They got a sports power racetrack, inflatable water slide. I'm telling you, all kind of unique, cool items in this auction. And then today at 2 o'clock this afternoon, this is what I love about Roller Auction, is they're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. So go see it all and get yourself one of those great deals only at rollerauction.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg. But the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life's sleep.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit willhitewins.com. That's willhitewins.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. Summer is here, and if you're planning a home project this year, windows, siding, or decking, now is the time to sign before the snow flies. Don't wait. Get the project you've always wanted and lock in a low-interest loan as low as 6.99% for 15 years. You deserve to enjoy your home, and 5280 Exteriors makes it easy with financing built for real Colorado homeowners. Call today or visit 5280exteriors.com to schedule your free estimate.
A small roof problem today can become a major expense tomorrow. Colorado hail, wind, and heavy snow can turn minor damage into costly repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Trust Colorado's best roofing for honest inspections, dependable repairs, and reliable service. Schedule your free roof inspection today at roofingcolorado.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Spine One. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain? Well, my guys at Spine One, they're an emergency room for back pain with same-day appointments. They'll see you and they'll get the journey started. And that's exactly what I did. Whether it's chronic pain, acute pain, work-related, sports-related, doesn't matter. All you got to do is pick up the phone and start your journey just like I did toward pain-free. 303-367-2225. That's 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at spineone.com.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Job shaving.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course they
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
No Stoke today. Summer Stokley continues. Mark is, of course, here. Every time we play the, man, I'd love to have Mark's schedule.
Yeah. Although, when football season arrives, I'm always here Monday through Thursday.
Right. Your Friday schedule
My Friday schedule gets a little sketchy at
It
times.
does, yes. Very important. Very important that you missed the final hour and 45 minutes of this show to go meet with the Carolina Panthers.
Well, you never know.
Very
What,
important.
You never know what you're going to get, what kind of, glimmer of insight you're going to catch at the Carolina Panthers practice. Yeah.
So I know you think the NFL Network Top 100 list is a waste of time. Pretty much.
Yeah, to a degree, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But parts of it do generate pretty good debate.
Uh-huh.
And for those of us here in Bronco land who think that Bo Nix has been unfairly
criticized,
portrayed, the way that hit pieces, if you will, people going to great lengths to take shots at Bo this offseason.
Correct the mundo.
Well, then this is why the NFL Network Top 100 list is pure gold for me. Because this whole Lamar Jackson finishing 10 spots behind Bo coming in at 59, Lamar coming in at 69, has definitely ruffled some feathers. And one of your old cohorts over at Fox Sports, Chris Broussard, who's on that show with Nick Wright.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Chris Broussard, not happy.
Yeah.
You have an issue with Fred Van Vliet being ahead of Anthony Edwards. I don't know. Brandon Ingram's better than Giannis. I mean, no, this is what we're saying. Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs, and Bo Nix doesn't even have 2 or 1 Pro Bowl appearance. And we know how easy it is to get in the Pro Bowl nowadays.
Broke his ankle.
In the playoffs?
Okay. I think he would have made the playoff.
No, he would not have.
He wouldn't have made the Pro Bowl?
He hasn't. He hasn't made a Pro Bowl.
Okay.
And he's better than Lamar Jackson. He shouldn't. I have a problem with him being 10 centimeters in front of Lamar Jackson. I actually have a problem with him being 10 spots behind Lamar Jackson. He should be 20, 30 spots behind Lamar. What are we talking about? I'm baffled. And I honestly, players, I got nothing but love and respect for y'all, but this is embarrassing.
No, players.
Calm the F down.
Players, you nailed it. Thank you. First of all,
what are you getting triggered about?
I mean, Lamar Jackson is one of the most overrated players in the NFL. Okay. Yes, he's got. No,
that's interesting.
Well, let me say it. In the ways that we define quarterback greatness, he's overrated. Does he have a couple of MVPs? Sure. But ultimately, how are quarterbacks graded? By what they do in the playoffs.
Playoffs?
By how many Super Bowls they go to. By how many Super Bowls they win.
Mm-hmm.
Face it, when you do the big boy table of all-time great quarterbacks, other than Dan Marino, who was just a witch, you don't have anybody at the big boy table that didn't win a Super Bowl or multiple Super Bowls. And Lamar Jackson's 3-5 in the playoffs. Bo Nix is 1-1 in the playoffs. So, and by the way, Lamar Jackson's coming off an injury-plagued down year. So, if this is all about what have you done for me lately, yeah, I got no problem putting Bo Nix ahead of Lamar Jackson. No problem at all. And by the way, it's funny, isn't it? In ESPN did a piece like this as well, where they focused on Bo versus Lamar. No mention about Trevor Lawrence, who's 62. He's ahead of Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't people freaking out about Sunshine being ahead of Lamar Jackson? You have the answer.
Sure.
This is the ironclad answer right here.
Well, I think the biggest thing is the national media hates to be wrong.
Correct.
And the national media, they don't know. They're not studying football. They don't know football, right? They can look at statistics, and you can look at Lamar was 63% completion, had 2,549 yards, 21 TDs, 7 interceptions last year in a 13-game span. In a 17-game span, Bo was also 63% completion, 3,900 yards, over 1,000, just about 1,000 yards more, 25 TDs, and 11 interceptions. And so statistically,
for a better team,
yeah, statistically they're pretty close. But Bo was a better quote unquote quarterback last year. I get. It's hard to parse out the history, right? It's hard to parse out. This was last year. If we're going on last year, who was the better quarterback and the more available quarterback, and who went further, it would be Bo Nix. And a lot of the players have that battle against Josh Allen in their mind. That's it's recency bias. It's the last thing I envisioned, and that's why you do it. I get the argument. Do I think like if defensive coordinators were lined up and you pressed them and said, hey, man, who would you rather face, Bo Nix or Lamar Jackson? 32 out of 32 coordinators would say we'd rather face Bo Nix because Lamar Jackson, with the ability to run the ball, with the quarterback design runs, with all the different things he does, that's a scary one. You're sitting there going, well, we got to eliminate man coverage because if we turn our backs to Lamar Jackson, he takes off, we're screwed. Like there's a lot that goes on. So I understand how Chris Broussard is like perplexed. Now he's a big Lamar fan. He's a big Baltimore Raven fan.
Well, then you need to make the argument then this is all about where Lamar Jackson is ranked.
Correct.
I'm upset with him being at number 69. I think he's a much better quarterback, and he should be here.
Yes.
But in the process, make it about that. You don't need to start tossing strays at Bo Nix. Bo Nix just went from 64 to 59 in 1 year. It's
right.
not like he made this quantum
Nobody
leap.
threw shade at Bo when he was 64 last year
Right.
after a rookie year.
Right.
They're like, oh, okay.
And I'll admit, I was a little surprised knowing and following this list over the years. I was surprised to see Lamar Jackson come in at 69. I would have thought there would have been maybe a little bit more
I think the year
respect
before,
put on.
Right.
He was 41 touchdowns to 4 picks or something
Right.
like that.
The year before, he was number 2, I think.
Yeah.
To drop down to 69 is a little.
Yeah. So if you want to debate that,
right,
and you want to be angry at that, fine. But to make your case by jumping on and trying to pound on Bo Nix, well, I think it's unfair, but it's something we've seen a lot of this offseason. I think you're right. I think it all comes back to the idea that you had so many people in the pre-draft process, which people take so seriously these days, look foolish.
I've seen a lot of quarterbacks without
Right.
the shirt on.
They look foolish.
Yeah.
And they don't want to admit it.
Oh, that's 100%. That's reality. Is they don't like the fact that a guy that they thought was was a second rounder, and a guy that was taken 6 out of 6 on the quarterback scale, and and a guy that they thought didn't have an arm strength and didn't like. He is basically proven every one of them wrong, and he's been as good as anybody, if not the best in the class, or right there up with Drake May. And they don't like that. They don't like the fact that he's been actually better than Caleb Williams.
Yep.
Caleb Williams he may be second to none when it comes to just playmaking ability. The dude's got arm talent galore. He's a freak athletically, but people don't like that.
Well, speaking of Bo Nix and the ever-ending off-season evaluation of this guy, where does he rank? Chris Sims had a lot of nice things to say about Bo Nix, but also things that Bo needs to improve upon. And you'll hear that next.
They're back. Our free limited edition training camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area. Limit one per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
When you've thrown over 4,000 innings like I have, you know joint pain isn't a maybe, it's a guarantee. For you, was it climbing ladders or too much heavy lifting? Hey, we're all in the same boat. But surgery, that was never my answer.
Baseball legend Roger Clemens knows there's a better way. That's QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself. No scalpels, no fake fixes, just real relief.
What I love about QC Kinetics, these are the most respected medical pros in the country that specialize in non-surgical therapies to get you moving again.
Don't mask the pain, fix it. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation.
I trusted QC Kinetics. You should too.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
That refresh you've been putting off until the right deal came along? It's here! Wayfair's Black Friday and July sale is happening now, so you can finally get the style you've been waiting for less. Get up to 80% off area rugs and up to 60% off outdoor and bedroom furniture. Shop Wayfair's huge selection of styles and find the piece to fit your style, budget, and space. Plus, free shipping. Black Friday in July ends July 27th. Shop today at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style. Hey, it's Wendy here. Are you looking to rebound from your high-interest credit card debt? A SoFi personal loan could help. Consolidate your debt with a SoFi personal loan into one low monthly payment, and you could save money on interest over time. And with as soon as the same day funding, you could hit the ground running ASAP. Apply today with no fees required at SoFi.com/debt rebound. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debt rebound.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
This is Stokes' theme song. This is his anthem. This is his favorite song, but he's not here to enjoy it.
Who's that, Creed?
Creed, he's off today.
Yeah.
So,
Moist.
sounds cooler when I say it.
Yeah.
To Joel Klatt.
Uh-huh.
I will smack you.
So, no Stoke today, but that's all right. Me and Stink pressing on. And ably assisted by one Chris Sims here. So, Chris Sims, I love quarterback rankings. I'm sorry.
You've fallen for the hype.
I love quarterback rankings during the offseason. I like to know where people are putting my guy.
Yeah.
You know, other guys, who's ahead of him, who's behind him.
Correct.
So I love quarterback rankings. And for the most part, quarterback rankings for Bo have had him outside the top 10, which I think is fair.
Yeah.
But pretty much kind of hovering, I don't know, kind of like in that 14 to like 19 range.
Yeah.
I think if you had to take all of them and aggregate them all together, that would kind of be the average. So Chris Sims, Pro Football Talk, seen him on NBC, son of you-know-who. Broncos country never really liked Phil Sims.
They hated
Phil Sims.
Remember, for it to be a forward pass, it's got to go forward.
How can you hate a guy who brings such insightful analysis like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's great because it's one of those things that I've written down on my note sheet.
Yes.
To be a forward pass.
Yes.
It's got to go forward.
Is that something you do when you're prepping for a game on Sunday? You're right at the top of your prep sheet, kind of like Sean.
Run the ball. Forward passes have to go forward.
Right. Note to self. So, all right, here's Chris Sims. He was ranking his quarterbacks, and he put Bo Nix at number 16.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he immediately said, I feel kind of bad putting him at 16 because I could easily have no problem putting him at 14, 13, and feel good about it.
I like Bo Nix's game a lot. I think really what I'm going to tell you about what I don't like about it is really just youngness and rawness and just getting a little bit better and more polished and playing a little more football at the NFL level. Now, some of the two is just hard with Bo Nix is just that, not a lot of talent around him on the offensive side of the ball. You're not blown away by the receivers. They didn't run the ball all that great there last year either.
Right. So he's like, look, I'm a fan of Bo, and a combination of what's around him and also the fact that 2 years in, I mean, show me the second-year quarterback, other than a few unique examples that are just lighting it up. These quarterbacks, even the great quarterbacks, have to go through a certain process, and he is going through it, and he's checking all the boxes along the way. So he did talk and started to go into depth a little bit more, and this was the stuff I was interested in because, we're all looking at Bo. We're confident, but there are clearly things he needs to do to make that leap in year 3. So what are they, especially coming from a former NFL quarterback's perspective? Let's start with reading defenses.
I think that same thing that jumped out to me when you watch his reads down the field, too. It's just a little bit at times, wait, number 1 should be open right away, and he throws it, and it's like, damn, it's a car crash, right? Well, that wasn't the right read. Or it's hanging on number 1 too long and not getting off of it to get to the next guy and just keep the offense in a good spot. They had too many spots throughout the year where you were like, wow, they look good for 2 drives. Okay, now they haven't moved the ball in 7 drives. Wow, they look good for a drive. They haven't moved the ball in 5 drives. And now, okay, we got hot for 2 drives. Okay, now we haven't moved the ball again. It's just a little all over the place that way. And I don't put that all on him, but he certainly didn't always help that, I guess, in that fashion.
Yeah, I think those things are fair. And I think that ultimately, like, you just got to be efficient. And there were times where Bo wasn't efficient. And part of that, I do believe part of that is the entirety of the offense. The other thing is, I do believe, and this is something that Sean told me, like, he's got to slow down a little bit. Like, he processes so quickly that oftentimes he gets ahead of where he should be. And that's part of confidence. That's part of the rhythm of football, right? And so all those things are important, and it's part of the growth process at that position. Remember, I mean, Peyton Manning set a record his rookie year for interceptions that hasn't been broken to this day.
28.
Yeah, and they were 3-13. His second year, they were 13-3, and Peyton Manning, the legend of Peyton Manning had been born in year 2.
Peyton Manning.
But yeah, it takes time. Everybody grows at a different pace. But I think the big thing is, and just walking away from the conversation I had with Sean, the big thing is I can coach, slow it down.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get. You can't coach. You literally can't coach. You got to process faster. That's uncoachable. You got to slow down your processing unit. That's coachable. That's just kind of where I'm at.
More from Sims about how Bo and the entire offense. More consistency.
Watch back their year. The offense was all over the place. The pass game was not consistent throughout. And yeah, there are games where you go, man, they can't do anything but throw it short. That's all they're doing. And then there's the next game where you go, man, nobody's open short, and yet they just had a few handful big plays down the field. But they go through some stretches of some, really underwhelming offense and pass offense during the year. And I would say with him, I feel like I might have watched more with him than anybody because I was just like, so on the fence, and do I want to bump him up, and where do I go here? Ultimately, this is where he lands.
I don't really have a problem with him being 16. I don't. And I think all those things that he said are true. But I think you do have to give him some credit when you start looking at, this offense didn't have a go-to guy. Like you always think as coordinators, and I sit in meetings with coordinators all the time, they go, hey, man, this dude's a problem. Like, we've got to find a way to shut down this dude. When you're looking at the Broncos last year and you're a coordinator, who would you say, we can't afford to go one-on-one with this guy. We can't afford to let this guy. We can't. And you can't come up with there's not a name you can come up with.
Well, it's funny you say that because we've been playing a lot of John Gruden's breakdown of the Broncos as part of his overall AFC West breakdown. And when he was talking about Jalen Waddle, it was at the end of this quote that I went, let me circle back to this.
Also added their young receiver, Jalen Waddle, from the Miami Dolphins. I know he hasn't had 1,000 yards either of the last 2 seasons, but he does give Sean Payton a deep ball receiver, another guy that can really make plays after the catch, and this cat can run some routes. And he strikes fear in the defense. That's something this Bronco offense desperately needed.
So define that, strikes fear. He's an explosive player. The Broncos need to upgrade the talent around Bo Nix. Hey, they've spent a number of pretty high picks on offensive guys, from Marvin Mims to Troy Franklin to R.J. Harvey. So define explosive, and is it as much that when you look at the top offenses in the NFL, it can be past or present. I mean, how much of it was, oh man, they just had war daddies out there. They just had explosive, or how much of it was, the system was responsible for that, the big numbers.
Yeah,
it wasn't really necessarily explosive individual players, but the sum was greater than the individual parts. Because I get what Gruden's saying, and I get what Sims is saying, but I don't know. I think about some of the top offenses, and I don't know if it was always like, oh my goodness, that player just stands out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination. You got to have a great scheme and great execution, but when people think about explosive players, they're just thinking about athleticism, and there's a lot of guys like Terrell Davis was not the greatest 40 guy. He was a 4.65 40 guy, or 4.6 flat 40 guy. He wasn't the fastest player. He wasn't Chris Johnson explosiveness,
right?
But he was an explosive player because he combined what he had physically with what he had mentally and understanding. Like Terrell Davis understood where the weak spot was in a defense, where the strength of the defense was, where he was almost would predetermine, I'm probably going to have to cut this thing back. And the best place to cut this thing back is behind, all the way back to the backside A-gap, because I know I'm going to get that nose guard chasing, and I'm going to get behind that, nose guard who's playing a one technique. Like, those are the things that he thought pre-snap going into a running play.
Right.
And it made him explosive, but part of that was his understanding. When I talk about Jalen Waddle, can he beat you over the top? Yeah. Can Mims beat you over the top? Yes. But what's the difference? The difference is you don't fear Mims running an in-cutting route, breaking it off, and running this ridiculous hard break in-cutting route, not losing an ounce of speed, and pulling away across the formation and then down the sideline for a touchdown. So when you're playing Mims, you're saying to yourself, can't get beat deep, got to keep a cap on the coverage, got to keep it, got to keep the top of the defense, because you're not worried about getting beat on any other route. What makes Waddle so explosive is he'll beat you over the top if you squat, but then he'll put his foot in the ground and have an in-cutting drift route or a dig or whatever, and now he's running full speed out of his break, getting separation from the DB who can't keep up with him, catching it in stride, and then having another gear to take it across the field. So a lot of times you get an explosive athlete doesn't necessarily make an explosive player.
Right. So, like on our Denver Sports YouTube chat presented by Champ Honda, Rosewood 393 says there are explosive players all over the NFL. It's obvious what explosive is. Could take it to the house on any play. Well, yes, but to your point, are you good enough? Are you crafty enough? Are you able to beat coverage, press coverage to get open, to then be able to take it to the house? I mean, there are plenty of guys who run 4.3s that if all of a sudden you give them a big hole, sure, they'll run fast through it and they'll take it to the house. But I'm talking about...
Okay, so I think there's a difference, Mike, between being an explosive athlete and being an explosive player.
What's the difference?
Well, explosive athletes can run and jump and do all that
Sure.
stuff, but are they great playmakers? I would tell you, what did Xavier Worthy do? Remember, when the Kansas City Chiefs got Xavier Worthy? Right. I remember the first game they played. They opened up Thursday night against the Baltimore Ravens, and he had a reverse that he ran for a touchdown. And they're like, oh, my gosh, here it is. This is what a steal, the steal of the draft. And then what do you have last year? Do you have 2 touchdowns last year? I don't have any stats in front of me, but I see a guy that can really run fast.
Right.
The fastest guy in the draft. I tell you what, I guarantee you, a little exercise. Hey, Johnny? Is Johnny in there?
Johnny Whiplash?
Johnny Whiplash?
Where'd he go?
Nope.
Is he measuring out his oats and grains and berries right now?
Yeah.
He went to golf with Stoke.
Oh, he went to golf with Stoke?
You
went, Ty.
No, Johnny's got seeds and nuts, and he's got a squirrel. He's on a squirrel diet.
Yeah.
But give me the top 10 40-time guys in the history of the Combine, and I will show you 8 guys that you probably don't remember.
Right. Well, let's make it simple. Because we've been blessed here in Broncos country to watch 2 great offenses that won Super Bowls, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Your offense.
Yeah.
Okay. He had Terrell Davis, not explosive. You had Rod Smith, not explosive. You had Ed McCaffrey, not explosive.
Yeah, they're not. None of those guys are winning. Positional group. If you said positional group 40 times, let's go.
Right.
None of those guys are winning 40s.
Right. Shannon Sharp, I think
Shannon Sharp was. Yeah,
I put him in that explosive category.
Sure.
Okay. So that was the nuts and bolts of your offensive guys, right? Take a look at the team that Peyton Manning had that was putting up all kinds of crazy numbers. Outside of Demaryius Thomas, who was their explosive player? Their running backs were guys like Ronnie Hillman and C.J. Anderson. You had Eric Decker. You had Stoke.
Mm-hmm.
And Wes Welker. You had guys, Julius Thomas. You know? I mean, so I just think that sometimes the idea of, we need more explosive players.
Right.
I mean, all right, Sean's great offenses in New Orleans. All right, Alvin Kamara?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Michael Thomas?
Michael Thomas wasn't a
Marcus
burner.
Colston?
Colston wasn't a burner.
Shockey?
And the guys that he did draft that were burners really didn't necessarily do a whole lot.
Right.
Here's your top 40 times in the history of the National Football League. Stop me when you've heard of these guys, okay? Ready? Xavier Worthy, fastest ever.
Okay.
John Ross.
Oh, I remember John Ross. Washington, I think, came out of Washington.
Yeah, and he got drafted by the Bengals.
Yeah.
Never did anything.
No.
Kalen Barnes.
Who?
Chris Johnson. Rondell Mendez. DJ Turner. Reek Woolen. Just won a Super Bowl with Seattle, and then they didn't re-sign him. Left. Dree Archer. Jerome Mathis. Henry Ruggs. Marquise Goodwin. And Stanford Rout. You've got in that group of guys, you got one dude who is borderline Hall of Famer. These are the most, this is what we get giddy about. Yeah, they put it on NFL Network and they run 40s and everybody goes, oh my God. John Ross, one of the coaches of Cincinnati told me a story about John Ross. One of the first plays of the game, one of the first plays of practice in training camp, lines up one-on-one. They had a couple good DBs back in the day. I can't remember the names right off the top of my head, but a couple of good corners, big time, Pro Bowl type corners. Coach said he's trying to get off one-on-one, and he's shaking the line of scrimmage, and the DB hit him in the chest so hard it bruised his sternum, and he was out for 3 weeks. That was the start of his career. I can't breathe. It was snatched the heart right out of a little SOB.
I get the idea of the Broncos needing to upgrade the talent and all that kind of stuff, but you know what? When and I say when Bo makes the jump, as I'm confident he's going to, then you watch how all of a sudden these players that are already here, how their numbers go up, how the production of the overall offense goes up, and then you watch and see how people view the Bronco playmakers on this offense and how they get looked upon in a different way. The beauty of Bo, but it's also part of what frustrates me about the conversation around Bo and this offense and Sean, is the idea that people they want to speed up a process that has to take its normal path. You're asking Bo Nix to be Peyton Manning in year 2,
right?
Or to be Patrick Mahomes in his first full season. I mean, those are unicorn examples.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still a whole bunch of really good to great quarterbacks, Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, Hall of Fame quarterbacks that followed this path where, it's going to take a couple years and then you blossom. It's as simple as, I'm out here again. It's another year under my belt, and it just seems like things are slowing down more for me. And that's the natural evolution. And as we've watched Bo at times in this offense at times struggle in the first 2 years, it seems like people are like, why isn't he further along? And you're looking for reasons, excuses, and other people to blame for why he's not at this level you think he should be at, when all along he's exactly where he should be. Exactly where he should be, with the idea and the promise that it's only going to get better and better. And not necessarily because of the people around him all of a sudden getting better. It's going to be the same people. It's going to be the same offense. It's going to be the same coaches. But it's just Bo, with just that other next year of experience under his belt, is just going to go to that next checkpoint that all really good quarterbacks ultimately have to travel.
Sure, and you're going to start trusting the routes. You're going to start trusting guys are going to be where they're supposed to be. You're going to have a better sense of timing for those things, and ultimately you're going to read the defense better.
Right.
Like you're going to read the defense of the movement key of the defense and know, hey man, as soon as I get this movement key from this overhang player or whatever, now I'm going to throw off that guy, and so instantly the ball is out in rhythm, as opposed to waiting for a second and letting a dude break on it it's out in rhythm, and now all of a sudden it's 2nd down and 3, and now you've got them right where you want them, and that's just a part of the process like anything else. That feel that you have, that understanding that you have, that growth that you get, and the fact that you have seen pretty much almost everything you're going to see. And it takes time to see that. And as Mike Shanahan once told me, it takes 3 seasons, like, for a quarterback to kind of get to where he's seen everything. Yep. He's faced everything. He's faced, this play or this certain route combination against this defense at, in the mid, like, between the 20s, the 20 in, the 20, the goal line coming out, where you've seen them all, and you're like, oh yeah, I've seen this, I've felt this, I where you just have that innate feel for what the defense is doing.
And I get it. We're impatient, right? As sports fans in this give it to me now time that we live in, you want to see it all now. And if you're not seeing it now, there's got to be some reason, some excuse. But you know what? Sometimes if you can, just take a deep breath, exhale, and just relax. Be patient and relax. RELAX. Because I'm here to tell you, I've watched enough of Bo these first 2 years, and watching the above-average elite quarterbacks and watching them progress through their careers, here's what I'm here to tell you. It's not a matter of if with Bo. It's just a matter of when. It's going to happen that this guy is going to elevate himself into being one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. I have no doubts about it because I've seen the things that he can do, and now it's just a matter of, okay, experience, time, reps, all of them.
Right.
And I know you'd like to think that it's only going to be 4 or 5 more reps.
Right.
It'll be more.
Right.
But
it's
will.
Impossible.
But it will happen.
Yes,
it's
it will.
literally impossible.
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
His ceiling is
By the way.
established.
No, his ceiling's not established.
He can't be that guy.
No, he can be the guy. He will be the guy.
Right.
He's just got to be a little patient.
Right. By the way,
Just
you
be
know,
patient.
all the his.
I feel more confident about Bo Nix than I do Devon Vele.
Yes.
Ooh,
wow.
That might get my ass.
I want to pound his ass.
Oh, you might. Yeah, he might throw hands.
Because
I have thrown hands on a number of occasions.
Because while I've thrown hands before, it's been a while
since
I've thrown hands. And I don't think I've been in as many.
100 years.
I
I
cannot.
don't think I've been in as many scraps as he's been in.
I cannot throw hands. My knuckles are shot.
Yeah.
Oh, my fingers. Oh, they just.
Yeah.
I couldn't punch anybody.
Because if
It
you
would
can
hurt- it would
if you
hurt
can
too
lock
much.
them up, you
But
got
th-
them.
but
They're
I
in
got all
jail,
those-
But you just can't. You
Well, I
can't
got
move
all
your
those.
fingers.
The thing is, I got all those trigger fingers. So if I try to grab you, my fingers all lock up, and that hurts worse than getting punched. Like then I got to unpry my fingers with my
Right,
other hand.
right.
Yeah, really.
You want to carry it over?
Yeah, let's
carry it over.
Okay,
Carry it over.
we'll
What do
carry.
you- tease it.
Tease it. Well, I said, like you look at Bo Nix and what Bo Nix has worked with, and just the overall. I'm going to compare him to another quarterback who is in everybody's top 10 list, and the difference between what that guy had to work with coming in and what Bo had to work with.
Awesome. We'll get to that coming up next, and we are just now 5 minutes away from the next giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 T-shirts. If you are in the vicinity of Santiago's Mexican restaurant at 9050 East Hamden in Denver, stop on by. Get yourself some breakfast, but more importantly, get yourself the T-shirt. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
The Rockies say Hunter Goodman isn't available.
How much do you want?
But every man has a price.
I think when you look at the Rockies, they're more than just one player away, right? You got to start trying to get some guys, multiple guys. And if you can flip one great player and hopefully hit the lotto, hit the Powerball, look, they've overachieved this year. They've been more competitive than I thought. But if you can flip Hunter Goodman and hopefully get a haul in return, you got to seriously consider that.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Good news, it's Bronco season at Siltahar Motors of Broomfield. The Ford Summer Sales event is happening right now. Bronco Sport, F-150, and Ranger all on sale right now. This means 0% financing available on select models, and you won't make a payment for 90 days. Let that all sink in. If you're not ready for new, no problem. Siltahar certified pre-owned vehicles are inspected, warranted, and backed by a 5-day exchange. Don't love it? Swap it. No questions asked. And check to see what the value of your current trade-in is. You might be sitting on more money than you think. Whatever your Colorado summer looks like, trails, towing, mountain roads, that nice long road trip, know that Siltahar has the vehicle to match it during their Ford Summer Sales event. Siltahar family owned for 66 years. Best prices, best selection. No games, just neighbors taking care of neighbors. Great guy, great GM, and Greg Larson, who's just as eager to talk football and improve your golf game as he is cars. So go to sthmotors.com or come see them in person. Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Summer weather can be full of surprises. If your home has been affected by the recent storms, trust a local professional roofer with decades of combined experience. Golden Spike Roofing is here for all your repair or roof replacement needs. Call today for a free inspection and estimate for roofing done right down to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Don't worry, Dan. I have full coverage. Did you know that full coverage probably doesn't mean what most people thinks it means? Full coverage is generally just for your car. And if you don't have other coverages to protect you in the case you get hit by somebody else, well, then you're just straight up gambling that the bad driver that hits you has good insurance, and you don't want to do that. 15% of the drivers out there don't have any insurance at all. Others only have the minimum, when for pennies on the dollar, you can have the coverage that protects you in case somebody else smacks into you. Medical payments coverage. I saw a lady come into the office the other day, $25,000 in med pay coverage. Absolutely what you want. It was only $31 for the entire 6 months of the policy. It was another $100 or so for the UIM coverage she needed. She had over $100,000 in coverage there. You definitely want to have that. You protect other drivers if you hit them. You also need to protect yourself in case they hit you. Any questions at all, just call us 303-LAW-4040. Jacob's Law, 303-LAW-4040.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. conspiracy theories. Well, in this case, AI got it wrong.
Yeah.
So, hey, maybe Skynet's not taking over anytime soon. Firm beliefs.
I'm very easily swayed. If you keep talking, I might be at 70 here in about 30 seconds.
And a few sucker punches.
It was the complete motivator for me, the failure thing.
Mark, when does that stop? Not letting your teammates down after you finish playing? Because it seems like it. You let us down a lot.
Oh, man. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Yet another promo rejoiner that kind of falls flat for Stokley today. As he's the one laying us down today.
Yeah.
Summer Stokley continues. He's off today.
Yeah. And plus it was a pre-planned thing, but he did it in a very sneaky fashion.
He did.
He knew he was doing this way in advance. And he decided, you know what? I'm going to wait. In the 11th hour, I'm going to be like, oh, got to play golf for 2 days. Another course championship thing.
Right. These are important things. You know, there's high stakes involved, so I understand why he wants to be involved in it. But you're right. It was his announcement to us, letting us know that he wasn't going to be here today. It was kind of like an NBA fight. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold me back.
Where you take the quick little jab, slap, and then you quickly, retreat and just wait for people to, jump in front of you.
Yeah.
That's how he kind of
Right. And then you go, oh, he's lucky that my teammates came to pull me away.
Right.
I was about ready to go crazy on the guy. Yeah, that was very much.
Yeah, very much so. So anyway, we press on. We'll get to what you just teased before the break.
All right.
Got to give a shout-out to our guy, AI Ty, behind the glass, looking very sharp today. He's got his Bruce Arians Kangle.
Kangle.
Not the word I said earlier.
Yes, you did. You did say. What did you say?
I'm not going to say it.
But it has to do with the strengthening of your nether regions.
Right.
Like you squeeze. Yeah, you did. And I was like, I don't think
that's the cap he's wearing.
Yeah, I don't think that's the hat that he's wearing.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
So, Kangle.
I like the Kangle.
You look sharp, Todd.
Yeah,
very
he's
nice.
cleaned up. It looks good. He's got his mustache, beard thing flowing there.
I like that look better. I know sometimes you like to wear the bucket hat and everything like that, but and you can pull it off.
Yeah.
You can pull it off much better than I could have ever pulled off a bucket. Can you imagine me with a bucket hat?
No, that'd be the world's largest bucket.
Maybe 20 gallons.
Right.
Yeah.
But he looks sharp.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he does.
That's to change it up every now and then.
Yeah, no, you look good. You look good. Very good. So we were talking about, you know who we were talking about. Who were we talking about?
Who are we talking about?
Who are we talking about?
We're talking
about Bo?
Yeah, we were.
I love him.
We do too.
Yeah.
But you were making a point, because what I said is, here's the thing about Bo. And the beauty of being a Bronco fan and a Bo fan is that as much as over the first couple of years we all want to hurry up and get to the finish line now, right? We're an instant gratification society, so we want to see it all now. And if we're not seeing it, well, there's got to be reasons, there's got to be excuses, there's got to be other people to blame. But the beauty of what we've seen from Bo, what I've seen from Bo, is that he is on the track. He is on the track that every good to great, even Hall of Fame quarterback is on. And what we've watched in the first 2 years is exactly what it should be. And the beauty of Bo, for me, Mark, is that it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And if you can put aside the need to have it all here now, if you can just understand that there is a process, there is an evolution, there is something to the idea of, doing something, what is the 15,000 1,500 hour rule or whatever
10,000 the 10,000 hour rule,
whatever it is. What it is. That once you put that in, and once you check all those boxes, once you get to all those checkpoints along the road, you're going to be real happy with what you get. So I just think it's a matter of if, not when. Excuse me, when, not if.
Right.
When it comes to Bo. But, and you had a comp that you wanted to make.
Well, you look at a guy like Brock Purdy, who was Mr. Irrelevant, last player taken in the 7th round, gets his opportunity to play for the San Francisco 49ers and takes off. And he's in Now, he's not in some top 10 list, but he's in my top 10 quarterback list. Just because of the way he processes, how quickly he gets rid of the ball, his ability to layer throws, and all the things that he does exceptionally well. And he does. He does those things exceptionally well. But look at the difference from just a overall player standpoint in what they had in San Francisco versus what we had here in Denver. So Bo Nix, he's got Cortland Sutton, he's got Franklin, he's got Mims, he's got Bryant, he's got,
Lil Jordan,
he's got J.K., he's got R.J. Harvey, and he's got Evan Ingram. When Brock Purdy came in, he had Ayuk, he had Deebo Samuel, he had Jawan Jennings, he had Christian McCaffrey, he had George Kittle, he had a fullback in Juszczyk. He had, you're talking about a guy who comes in with an offense. Oh, by the way, they also had Trent Williams and a couple other guys that were just big-time players up front for them. So you're talking about a guy who comes in and instantly gets infused into an offense that has 4 or 5 Pro Bowlers in their weaponry with Kittle and Deebo Samuel and all that. And then you're talking about our guy who comes in that doesn't have any. And you look at what he's been able to accomplish in the short time that he's been there, and he's probably a little less accomplished than Brock Purdy was at the time. But when you just talk about overall offensive weaponry, Brock Purdy had 2 or 3. At one point, when Brock Purdy came in, Deebo was the best kind of overall weapon in the league, and Christian McCaffrey was the best running back, dual threat running back in the National Football League. So, a big time difference there. And for Bo to have the success that he's had says a lot about not only him as a quarterback, but the coaching of Sean Payton, the coaching of their offensive coaching staff.
Texter says perhaps our impatience comes from the fact that Bo's already 26. So,
yeah,
quarterbacks are playing until they're 40 now.
Yeah.
So if Bo's the real deal, Bo's going to play at a high level. If he's the real deal, Bo's going to be doing this for the next 10 to 12 years. No problem.
Yeah, so 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Bo's got another 6 years before he enters into his prime. Another 4 to 6 years before, when he hits in his early 30s, 30, 31, that's kind of your prime quarter. When you're at the peak of your efficiency, both athletically and just mentally. So you hit that in another 4 years? You think from now to 30, 31, that Bo's not going to be, he's not going to take huge strides?
Well, and also put aside the 26 and just understand that it's NFL experience. It's NFL quarterback experience. If you're a 24-year-old rookie or you're a 22-year-old rookie, you're still an NFL rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And really, your age doesn't give you some huge built-in advantage.
Right.
You still have to go through the process.
Right. The age
you don't get to jump the line just because you're a year or two older than maybe some of these other guys that are coming in the league.
There's 2 advantages that Bo's age gives him. One, just maturity level.
Sure.
He came in, he's already married, he's having kids and all that kind of stuff. So that keeps you at home. There's a maturity there, right? And especially at the quarterback position, you need that guy to have that kind of maturity level and do those things. Okay, so that's one. The other thing is the number of games he played in college, the experiences he had in college. Listen, man, if he'd have stayed,
but that doesn't guarantee anything.
No, but if he'd have stayed in Auburn, he wouldn't be the quarterback he is today. He went from Auburn, where he ran the ball a ton, where he took a little bit of a beating, and then transferred over to Oregon, where he really got some of the finer tuned pieces of throwing the ball on time, the quick passing game, all those things that have become so prevalent in the National Football League. So, that experience has truly helped him. And playing a lot, and you go back to Bill Parcells and everything else, playing a lot. There's no substitute for playing a lot. This is why I think Cage Casey has a chance to be a prominent player for the Broncos, because I think he started 41 games in college at left tackle. So I think that stuff matters, and so that's why I think that Bo Nix is on a fast track compared to guys like J.J. McCarthy, guys like Penix, or some of the other quarterbacks.
So do you agree with me? It's just a matter of when, not if, that Bo joins the class of elite quarterbacks?
Oh yeah, I do think he'll be a top 10 guy after this season, and he may be pressing, towards 6 or 7,
right,
somewhere in there,
right. So all these lists,
right,
that we've been sifting through all summer long, all these quarterback rankings. Hey, Chris Sims has him as the 16th best quarterback. He's 59 on the NFL Network Top 100. There's no doubt with good health. Give him good health, that we're seeing a noticeable jump for Bo this time next year.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So that's great news.
No.
I mean, that is, I can't tell you. I mean, and I get that over these last couple of years, right? Because you're living in the moment with the Broncos, and you're just hyper analyzing everything. But it was always the idea. It was my main storyline going into Bo's rookie year. It was my main storyline going into last year, and all the things that happened with the Broncos. But what mattered most for me was, when year 2 is over, are we going to feel confident that we got our guy at quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I do.
Yeah, count me as a guy that
I think
feels
most
confident.
of us feel that way.
Yeah.
And so you know what? Guess what? All that other stuff is going to take care of itself, because if you've got one of those guys at this position, you're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah.
You're one of the lucky ones, and I think we're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah.
And it's only going to become more and more evident here, starting here next week.
If you've got one, you got one, and if you don't, you don't.
Right.
Like, and you're always looking. And listen, can you still win in the NFL if you've got a guy, but you don't have the guy? You just have a guy? Yeah, you can still win, but everything else has to be elite. Like, you got to have an elite line of scrimmage. You got to have an elite pass rush. You're going to have the elite, you're going to have an elite running game. You're going to have elite players around that quarterback.
Elite.
It's really hard to have that.
Yeah.
Really hard to build it that way.
And you look at the things that we've watched with Bo over the first couple of years that make you feel like it's a matter of when, not if. And for me, it's the clutch gene. You either have the clutch gene or you don't. And he's got the clutch gene. And you talked about how you've talked to Sean, and Sean's like, hey, the good news is he's seeing defenses. He's reading defenses. Now we got to slow him down.
Right.
Well, that's awesome, because there are a ton of quarterbacks. The bus stop is filled with quarterbacks who never can read a defense, whether they read it too fast or too slow.
Right.
They can't read it at all. So the fact that Sean believes in Bo, you got a guy who can definitely read defenses. Now you just got to slow it down a little bit. Well, that's you've already got the hard part figured out. Now you just got to get the easy part. If you already have the clutch gene, that's the hard part you've already shown. Now you got to figure out the easy part, which is, all right, let's not wait till the fourth quarter.
Right.
Let's go out and let's start having a little bit more consistency early on. Let's put these games away earlier so we don't have to rely on it. If we do, we know we got it, but we don't have to. And I think the other thing for me, too, is just kind of the skill set of Bo. And you talk all the time about how so many of these rankings, or so much of the analysis that surrounds Bo, is framed by the idea of people who had a preconceived notion of Bo coming out of the draft or into the draft, and they don't want to admit that they were wrong. Well, give Chris Sims credit, because he was talking about Bo, and he acknowledged that when it comes to this part of Bo's physical toolbox that he brings to playing quarterback in the NFL, he admits he was surprised by this.
I would say...
Oh, wrong one. Here we go.
His arm is explosive. It's explosive. He makes a lot of big power throws. And then he can throw the ball really awesome on the run, too. Now, its efficiency is more about what the problem is with Bo Nix. And it's a little bit of all of it there. But these are things that you certainly can fix. And what I would say with Bo Nix, first off, is sometimes a little bit like Daniel Jones, where you go, wait, just because the Red Sea parted, you don't have to run.
Right.
You know, you don't have to run. A little bit better pocket feel. Because there are times where I go, wait, you know, there's a lane and he just tucked it and ran. And I want to be like, no, this is the perfect play versus this coverage. And you got somebody wide open for 20 yards right there. Like, I don't know if that was the time to run. Yeah, you got 4 yards, but again, you might have lost 30 right there.
But again, these are all things that that get fixed just by
Right.
playing.
And I told you doing several New England games this year that Josh McDaniels had said to me, and because I asked him,
Do your job
right, no.
and quit
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Did he
that's
say
what
that
said.
to you?
He was screaming-
And did he scream at you?
He was screaming
It was just
at me.
the two of you in the room.
Right. But I was like, hey, man, when I look at Bo, I see him reading front side. It's like 1 to 2 to take off, 1 to 2 to take, like, and he goes, yeah, that's like, you're seeing it right. We're trying to get to that backside, like after 1 and 2 is taken away, instead of just taking off and running, you know, look to that backside. And this is a guy who ended up second in the league as far as MVP voting is concerned. But he made great strides through the ball exceptionally well, made really good decisions. Playoff-wise, wasn't very good throughout the playoffs, but was all through that regular season. But it was really, this is midway through the season, because we're trying to get to the next step. And again, just like Bo Nix, man, that next step takes time, because when those first two guys or in your progression are, and you start to feel a little bit of heat, you know, as a young quarterback, you want to take off. And here's the great news about that is you put your team in a great position to still convert, because all of a sudden on 2nd down and 9, you got 4.5 yards, and now we're in a manageable 3rd down situation. So I want to be in those manageable 3rd down situations.
Is there anybody out there listening right now, and if you feel this way, please push back on us, that thinks that we're going way too far in pumping up Bo's tires, that we're being way too Pollyannish when it comes to Bo Nix? Other than him, are anybody who believe that we're getting way, way, way out in front of us? Like somebody asked it right now. Do you guys think Bo is a $60 million quarterback right now? If that's the going rate now, that $50, $60 million for what quarterbacks sign for,
right?
Is Bo a $60 million, $50, $60 million quarterback right now?
Right, as currently constructed right now.
Right now.
No.
But
10 games from now? 11 games from now?
A year from now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the money thing doesn't – the money thing, it is what it is. Like, there's a going rate for guys, and you're going to have to pay the piper.
True, but that doesn't stop people from like us from saying, yeah, they had to do it because they had no choice, but it's still not going to age well.
Right.
I mean, if Miami wants to give Tua that kind of money, go right ahead. Not going to work out well.
No.
You know, Arizona wants to give Kyler Murray that kind of money. Great. It's not going to work out well.
But
Bo's going to get his money. The question is it going to be money well spent? Will people look at it and go, oh, yeah, that's
correct.
That's the right kind of deal for the right kind of guy.
Correct. So you've got to have the onions. Like, would Miami have been better off when they knew? They knew. But they were like, all right, we've got to do it. But they knew what they were doing. This is like Carolina.
How'd that work out?
This is like going to be like the Carolina Panthers. Are you truly going to invest $60 million a year in Bryce Young?
Right.
Are you? So the smart organizations, are going to play it like the Washington played it with Kirk Cousins. Do we really want to do this? So let's just franchise him again. Like, and like you could have Tua. You knew that Tua, from an injury standpoint and from an arm standpoint and his inability to do things in the pocket, it was great when your offense was brand new, when Mike McDaniels was brand new, when you had all kinds of weapons and people didn't know kind of what it was. It was dynamic, man, and the play action stuff was unbelievable. But when teams started figuring out and you paid to it and you couldn't address all your other needs, and like there was a difference there. But I knew you knew in Miami that the Tua contract was not going to age well.
Correct.
And you knew, like, who's the other guy you brought up?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah. I mean, you knew Kyler Murray wasn't going to age well, but you felt obligated. You felt like we had to do it.
Well, and you're faced with,
what are we going to do without it?
He may not be the answer, but it sure feels a lot more stable than jumping back into that shark-infested ocean that is trying to find a quarterback.
Right.
Good luck with that. We want to.
And
devil is better, right?
Yeah, and and they had, but their hope was all of a sudden Kyler was going to play. Kyler was going to play. All of a sudden he's going to convert to being. You know what? I want to be an on-schedule quarterback.
Right.
And it's not what he does. And you knew that, and you still put ink to paper.
All right, here's a little pushback. Not huge, but Texter says saying Bo gets better just by playing assumes a lot. Yes, if you haven't seen the
Right.
signs over the first couple years, because if you haven't and you're just holding out hope that okay, if he just keeps playing, eventually he's going to figure it out. If that's the kind of quarterback we're talking about, I agree. Then hanging your hopes on, well, he'll just get better by playing seems foolish.
Right.
Okay, but if you believe you've seen over these first couple years indicators that okay, there's a lot here that with now adding in just playing more and getting more and more familiar and more reps and more time and more games, that this stuff is going to continue to just grow and grow, then I think it is fair to say, yeah, he'll just get better by playing. So that's how I look at it.
Well, I would say in regards to playing, the only way you get better is by playing. That's it.
But there's no guarantee.
No, there's no guarantee. But like you said, the history, when you look at maturity, when you look at what he has been able to accomplish early in his career, there's nobody that comes in as a rookie and starts to decline mentally because they played a lot. Right? You pick up experience. It's like the difference between reading it, studying it on the internet, whatever, and actually doing it. Like, you can watch a lot of landscaping videos, or you're going to watch, like, there's a lot of guys who have watched an electrician's video and then try to hang a ceiling fan and shock the snot out of themselves
Exactly.
Right off the ladder, right?
What happened to Dad? He electrocuted himself.
Yeah.
He'll be fine, but yeah.
So we've all, I mean, anybody who's done it has done it, man. I've almost gotten shocked off a ladder before. But you know what I'm saying? This is a J.C. Penney quote. The best teacher is the job itself. And to learn it, you got to do it, and you got to do it. And all the indicators, Bo studies. Bo's a football junkie. Right. Bo's mature. He's married. He's everything else lines up. And now you look at all those things that have lined up, and you put on, he's just going to get more and more reps.
He's an athletic quarterback. He's clearly got arm strength. He clearly can make all the NFL throws. Mm-hmm. Is he inconsistent? Darn right. Yeah. Could he be better on long throws? Sure. Could he be better on reading defenses? Sure. But you've seen enough over the last couple years to feel good that with just playing more. Like, there are some quarterbacks like Bryce Young. Bryce Young could keep playing for the next 10 years. I don't think he's going to get ever to the point where he becomes a star quarterback.
Nope.
I mean, so there's an example of a guy who just by playing isn't going to get better.
He's not tall.
And he's going into is he going into his fifth season?
Fourth season.
And they picked up his
fifth-year option. Anytime a team picks up the fifth-year option on a quarterback, they're telling you, we've already pretty much made up our mind, but we really have nowhere else to turn.
Right. We're hoping for lightning in a bottle.
Exactly. We know we're probably not going to happen.
Right.
But we're hoping because we're going to kick the can down the road one more year because we don't want to jump feet first into the shark-infested waters of looking for another quarterback.
And you think about that division, you could win 9 games
Sure.
and win the division, and then everyone goes, you're forced to do what you did in Arizona, or you're forced to do what you did in Miami, and neither of those have aged well.
All right, so if you think that we're too optimistic when it comes to Bo Nix, tell us why we need to back off a little bit. Tell us why we need to stop pumping up his tires the way we are. 303-713-1043, Denver Sports YouTube chat presented by Champ Honda. We'll hear more from Chris Sims about what Bo needs to improve upon. And we'll check in on the Nuggets and why they're telling teams, nope, as of right now, this guy's untradeable. You're not getting him. Who is it and why? Next.
They're back. Our free limited edition training camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
QC Kinetics is who I recommend if you are dealing with chronic joint pain. It's also who I recommend if you know someone who is dealing with joint pain. I've seen it with friends, with family members. Sometimes the signs are obvious, sometimes they aren't, but you can tell something's going on because they've stopped doing the things they've always enjoyed doing, moving, playing, living. It's why I've been endorsing QC Kinetics for several years now. They help people find lasting relief for that chronic joint pain in their knees, hips, back, or shoulders without drugs, steroids, or surgery. QC Kinetics treatments are all natural. And now how it works? Well, regenerative treatments. Taking your greatest weapon, your own body's healing properties, applied directly to that aching joint, renewing and restoring that joint to the point you enjoy lasting relief. All these years working with QC Kinetics patients, hearing their feedback about how professional and compassionate the staff is, how they make treatments so convenient. Most of all, the success stories of breaking that cycle of pain that they were stuck in. Schedule your free consultation with QC Kinetics by calling 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. They have offices in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and Colorado Springs. It is QC Kinetics.
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, leading to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment, and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues to help men find solutions that fit their individual needs. ED is a frustrating condition, and many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. But the good news is that if you're like most men, we have the answer. Our licensed medical providers will evaluate your specific medical situation and recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%, which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Colorado Fat Loss. Hey, listen, man, they reached out to me months ago and said, dude, you sound chubby. And I was like, I am chubby. You want to lose some weight? Yeah, I got to fit into some suits. And next thing you know, 7 weeks later, I've lost 30-plus pounds. Guys, it was so easy. And if you're thinking about GLP-1s, stop in your tracks right there. I've got the answer for you. How about a doctor-developed program is going to help men and women lose 20 to 40 pounds in just 60 days, safe and naturally, without injections, synthetic hormones, long-term dependence. They use real food that you buy at your grocery store. It's not shipped in a box to your front porch where you just add water and heat it up. No, it's real food. It's real proteins like fish, chicken, beef, veggies, fruits. And I'm telling you what puts your body in reset mode to reset that metabolism, control your hunger and cravings, and help you start burning fat. I'm telling you, the program works, guys. You are absolutely going to love it, and all the support that comes with it on their app, it's phenomenal. Check them out at ColoradoFatLoss.com. That's ColoradoFatLoss.com.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in a really right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Love our texters. You were talking about landscaping. Led to this text. Speaking of landscaping, Mark, you still owe us money for the yard work. Sincerely, Acme Landscaping Company.
You know what? Stop right there. That's defamation of character. That's what that is right there.
Libel? Is that libelous?
Yes, that is. I will have Dr. Ramos, at Ramos Law, get after you.
Uh-huh.
You'll be sending you a cease and desist order on your blatant lie.
So, we are talking about Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm. Talking about Bo?
I love Bo.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
And the idea being, give us some pushback if you think we're too optimistic about Bo and his future. And the idea that a year from now, we are absolutely, let's go sign him to one of those $50, $60 million a year quarterbacks that quarterbacks are getting, that he's going to be in the top 10 in all these quarterback rankings that we've been agonizing over during the offseason. If you think that we are pumping his tires too much, give us some pushback. Tell us why. Here's one. I've seen enough of Bo in his 10 years in college to know who he is. Purely average. Okay.
So purely average quarterbacks take average offensive talent that we've seen and win 10 games as a rookie and 14 games as a second-year player with an average talent in the passing core, without a dynamic tight end, without a true, lift the top of coverage number one receiver, and without a real solid running game. That's what average quarterbacks do. That to me sounds like I love Russell Wilson and I hate Sean Payton, Texter. That's what that sounds like.
All right, how about this one?
All right.
And we asked for these, so I'm glad they're coming in. Not mad. When talking about Bo, this station has little man syndrome. The best part about the Broncos is the defense. Why won't you lead with that? It is the best part of this team.
Yeah, nobody's arguing that.
But there were times where
that's obvious.
There were games where the defense wasn't dominant, and Bo and the offense had to rescue. Need I remind you about the Giants game? Need I remind you about the Bills playoff game? Need I remind you about that wild shootout on Monday night against Cleveland?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, just Texter in general. How many legendary defenses led their team to a world championship while the offense just really struggled? How many teams have done that through the history? So there's been 60 Super Bowls. You get the 85 Bears.
Yeah.
Probably the
was it 2000 Ravens?
The Ravens of 2000.
Bucks had a really good defense the year they won with Brad Johnson at quarterback.
Right. The Bucks were really good that year.
Yep. You got the Broncos in 2015.
Right. You still had a legendary QB, although he didn't play as well. Yeah, but I'll give that to the Broncos. Yeah.
Right.
So there's been, out of the 60 Super Bowls, there's been 3 or 4 times in the history of this thing, where this legendary defense had just drug an offense to a world championship.
Yeah, well, I would add to that by saying, find me the examples of teams that won multiple Super Bowls in a window where they clearly just won it with defense, and they dragged their offense and their quarterback along for the ride.
There are none.
I mean, could you make the argument with Brady's first 3? I mean, but then again, his dude was clutch in some of those Super Bowls.
No, you can't make that. I don't think you can make that argument.
What about the Steelers team you rooted for as a kid growing up?
Dude, they had Swan, Stallworth. They had Terry Bradshaw, Hall of Famer. They had Franco Harris, Hall of Famer. Rocky Blyer.
Okay,
like they were an toward the end of that run. Their last 2, they were an offensive for that time period, an offensive juggernaut. So no, you can't. The first 2, you could probably make that argument that they won back-to-back Super Bowls as a defense led them. Like the first one against the Minnesota Vikings, they win that one 16-9 or something like that, and the second one against the Cowboys.
But that's the dinosaur era of the NFL.
Yeah,
I mean the game that's played now doesn't even resemble the game that's played then. So that. I don't even think that can factor in the
defense.
We're talking about the modern NFL.
No defense has ever had built a dynasty on the defensive side of the ball that just drug bad offenses to the promised land.
Somebody says, "What about Seattle and the Legion of Boom?" Well, they won 1 Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, if Pete Carroll doesn't have that stupid call down by the goal line and having Russ, and I don't even put that on Russ. I mean, that was a dumb call.
Idiot.
Give it to Marshawn Lynch, and they've won 2 Super Bowls in that era.
Right.
And then maybe you could say that about the Seahawks.
Yeah, but they offensively, I mean, there was a time when Russ was making a lot of plays, and that Baldwin was great for them, and Lockett was great for them, and obviously Marshawn Lynch was unbelievable for them, and so they did have some offensive firepower.
Bite.
Yeah.
Big bite.
Big bite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
But still, it just doesn't happen. And to your point, when the Broncos stayed on the field a lot, they did have some games where they weren't. I mean, the offense had to bail them out.
I'm skeptical about Bo because every season since I started listening to The Fan, you all talk yourselves into the Broncos being great. So I doubt it's going to happen because here you are all talking about Super Bowls and $60 million quarterbacks. Well, I promise you, when we were trotting out Case Keenum and Joe Flacco and we were watching that pitched battle between Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock, trust me, we were not talking about Super Bowls back then. Okay?
Right.
I mean, we were just talking about, hey, can they be relevant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can they be? Yeah. Can they actually put something together? Like the thing
You make
is
an intelligent observation.
To that.
Thank you, Vic.
To that texter, would the Broncos, with a healthy Bo Nix, if he didn't break his ankle, in that divisional playoff game against Buffalo, would they have beaten in that snowstorm the New England Patriots?
I have no doubt.
I have zero doubt that game is won by the Broncos and they're in the Super Bowl. So I mean, you could sit there and say, oh, we're all lollipops and sunshine,
right?
But they were in the AFC Championship game and they were the number 1 seed last year.
Yes,
with a quarterback that was still learning to play the game at this level.
Right.
So
I don't think that's.
Yeah, I don't think we're Pollyannish on that.
No. Coming up tomorrow from noon to 1 p.m., not noon to 1 a.m.,
No.
Noon to 1 p.m. Very important that we put that P in there.
It's not a 13-hour rally.
No, it's not. It's not a 13-hour giveaway. It's a 1-hour giveaway, but it's going to be special. A giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 T-shirts will be at the International Hot Tubs, located at 1035 Zuni Street in Denver. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to denversports.com/shirt. There are other stories to talk about today, including who the Nuggets are telling teams, nope, you can't have him. We're not giving him away. Why? Also, further proof, the levels that ESPN will go to make Shedeur Sanders relevant. That's next.
What if J.K. Dobbins finally gets a full 17 games? Could a major award be awaiting him if so?
Are the Broncos sitting on the biggest sleeper in the National Football League, and is his name J.K. Dobbins? I think the answer could be yes. J.K. Dobbins has that natural physical talent to be the leading rusher in the NFL. He's just got to stay healthy, and if he does that, man, this is setting up to be a special season.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery. How about taking all those habit-forming medications? My guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. Here's the best news. Same-day appointments. That's right. They'll see today. You can start your journey. 303-367-2225. They're a phone call away. 303-367-BACK. Spine One's a complete medical center for spine care, exams, MRIs, physical therapy, and treatment options all in one place. And their board-certified physicians are going to educate you on what's going on and then give you treatment options for both nagging and debilitating pain. Guys, they changed my life. I checked out. You know what I'm talking about. You just feel like you can't do anything. Quit playing golf, quit going to the gym, couldn't sleep through the night. A couple short visits to my guys at Spine One. I was back on the golf course, back in the gym, training again. And I'm telling you what, sleeping through the night. They can do it for you as well. All you have to do is reach out. 303-367-2225. Start your journey toward pain-free today. Phone call away, 303-367-BACK, or find them online at spineone.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good night's sleep.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
Where will you find her perfect engagement ring?
There's only one fine jeweler in Denver with all the world's top bridal designers. I'm Michelle Williams.
And I'm Bruce Williams from Williams Jewelers. Only here in our bridal design gallery will you find Gabriel & Company, E. Jaffe, Parade, and the legendary Takori.
Thousands of diamond engagement rings. Every style and every price range. If it's on her Pinterest page, it's here.
Add to that our famous Williams Jewelers Diamond Bar with almost every size, shape, and price range diamond.
And our expert diamond professionals will help you put it all together perfectly.
At the guaranteed best price in Colorado, we even have flexible payment terms for qualified buyers, so you can do this today.
That's why more couples say will you with Williams.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Colorado Summer's calling, and Siltahar Motors has the lineup to answer. During the Ford Summer Sales Event, Bronco Sport, F-150, and Ranger are all on sale. 0% financing available, no payments for 90 days. Not ready for new? Siltahar certified pre-owned vehicles are inspected, warranted, and backed by a 5-day exchange. Plus, get top value for your trade-in. Trails, towing, mountain roads, the vehicle that fits how Colorado lives. Family owned for 66 years, sthmotors.com or Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors, get everything you want out of a dealership.
Hi, this is Larry Jagger with SCL Mortgage, letting you know about our second mortgages for anything you need, including home improvements, paying off debt, and more. Visit us at myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
Summer just got even sweeter with soft drinks under $1 at McD's. Get any size soft drink, like a Coke, Sprite, or sweet tea, just 99 cents. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey guys, are you an experienced sheet metal worker ready for more than just a job? Join Smart Local 9 for family-supported wages, employer-paid health care, and secure retirement with pension and 401k. Experience the power of collective bargaining. Visit smw9.com, where pride meets your future.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Candy shaming. I don't know how anybody can eat that. Black licorice? Ugh. 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 Gross. Fact checking.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way. In the spirit of giving.
Mike is getting an almost new but slightly used snowblower.
Oh, is that his compensation, Mark?
No, that's just out of the goodness of my heart, Stoke.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
No Stoke today. He's off. Summer Stokley continues. Hit him straight, Stoke. In the meantime, Shedeur Sanders has managed to do it again. He's put himself into the conversation. We'll get to that in a second. But according to reports, this Nuggets offseason, it just continues to slog along. Like, we know more moves are coming, but we just continue to wait. Okay? There's no way they're going to run this thing entirely back and be a second apron team. There's no way. Okay? So I'm curious, knowing that, or hopefully believing that, is what's your response when you see these reports out there that apparently a number of teams have approached the Nuggets about Cam Johnson because they believe the Nuggets are just looking to unload him for salary cap reasons, but are being told, nope, we're not trading Cam Johnson. So do you read that as Cam Johnson has joined the untouchable group when it comes to this Nuggets core?
No. You know what? I think more likely with the Nuggets, they're waiting for the LeBron James domino to fall so that they can figure out what the Payton Watson domino looks like so they can eventually move Cam Johnson. So I think there's a domino effect here, and they're all waiting on that. I don't think Cam Johnson's going to play here next year.
Because you believe Payton Watson will be here.
Because I believe Payton Watson will be here.
What if Payton Watson isn't here next year?
Well, then the odds are Cam Johnson will be here next year.
Correct.
Right. So I think that's the game. It's kind of like a shell game right now where you're moving it all around. Where's the ball?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing right now, and it all comes back to LeBron, who for whatever reason because he's LeBron.
Oh, no. You don't have to ask for whatever reason. We know the reason. He's an attention hog. That's why. He is dragging this thing out as long as possible so he can make it all about him.
How long is
Let's not sugarcoat
How
this.
long is he going to drag it out?
As long as he can.
Training camps are starting pretty soon.
Well, not really, but yeah.
No, I mean NFL training camps.
Oh, NFL training camps
are starting pretty soon.
I thought you said NBA training camps.
No.
Oh.
Don't you want to get this news out like right now?
Yeah, you still got another solid week before camps really ramp up into action.
Right.
You know how teams have it now built in with the player collective bargaining agreement. You need to have the ramp up period. Never mind the fact that these guys did off-season conditioning and OTAs and mini camps, and they've been posting their own workout videos since everybody went on vacation.
Yeah.
We still need to have the ramp up period.
We can't have these guys come right out here. And,
right. I mean, these guys have been smoking cigarettes and selling encyclopedias during the off season.
Right. Vacuums
like they used to back in the day.
Right.
They need training camp to get into shape.
That's right.
Yeah. Right.
So. Yeah, I don't.
No, there's still time for the attention hog to get more attention.
Well, just go ahead and let us know where you're playing.
Speaking of attention hogs. I give the guy credit. It always used to be prove yourself as a player, then build your brand. Shedeur Sanders is a master at building the brand before you actually prove you can play. And
there's a lot of people that think he can play, though.
Well, okay.
I mean, fans that don't know what they're looking at.
Well, yes.
But they think they
yes.
yes. Okay.
Yes. And by the way, I'm not a Shedeur hater when I see some a part of his skill set that makes me think that that he could do this.
He certainly has a really good skill set throwing the football. He's got there's some real positive things about Shedeur Sanders and his skill set.
But let's face it, he's famous at being famous.
Mm-hmm.
And even though he hasn't really done anything, he's famous at being famous. And we've seen plenty of people who have been famous at being famous, and he's one of them. Here's the latest example. And it's so clear that ESPN is desperately hoping that he can become a relevant quarterback in this league. Because there's a video going viral of, you're going to love this. I can't wait to see your reaction to this. So I saw one post where it says, insane. Brown's star quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, has gone viral for shoulder pressing 30-pound dumbbells with ease. The regular person doesn't realize how impressive this is. And ESPN earlier, and they were doing the across the bottom scroll previewing upcoming stories. They were like, how impressive is Shedeur Sanders' show of strength?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
And then, that's what Adam Schefter was doing. Adam was hoisting 30-pound dumbbells.
They had
with
Jessica
ease.
Mendoza was doing it too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 30-pound
That's
dumbbells are not heavy. And especially for any NFL player, that's not impressive. It's not. I mean, it's not. That's
not stop the presses type of news.
No, that's like warming up. Now, I saw something the other day where Devontae Adams was doing.
Yeah, those things were monsters.
He was doing like bench, like dumbbell bench, which is hard, with like 120-pound dumbbells.
Yes.
Now that's for a wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's you're hoisting up O-line, D-line weights, and Devontae Adams was doing that pretty easy. That one's impressive. Doing a shoulder press with 30 pounds that's nothing to write home about.
But it's Shedeur, and people desperately
star.
Do you believe star quarterback?
Yeah.
Hey, did you know his numbers retired at CU? He's got to be great.
I did know that. I did know that.
Yeah.
Foolishness.
Yeah, well, that is the 30-pound thing is foolishness. You're
okay.
Right.
There you go.
That is foolishness.
Coming up next, making its way around social media, there's a chart. There's a chart that has Bo Nix as the best quarterback in the NFL in this category. And I want you to tell me, Mark Schlereth, if you think it's legit. That's next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We currently have drops at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area. Limit one per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Colorado summers mean blazing afternoon sun, and if your home is heating up every afternoon, your windows could be the reason why. UV rays and solar heat can do a number on your home, and your energy bills, well, they can skyrocket. Infinity by Marvin windows help protect your home from UV rays and solar heat and keep cooling costs down all summer long. Keep that heat in during the winter as well. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Over 50 years serving Denver and the Front Range. They do it right the first time, every time. They know Colorado homes and Colorado weather. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton knows what holds up here. And right now they're offering 25% off the toughest window on the market. That's Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows. 12 months, no interest financing also available. Find out more at windowsforyourhome.com. That's right, windowsforyourhome.com. 25% off the windows, 12 months, no interest financing available. Windowsforyourhome.com.
Men, if your energy is down, your workouts aren't producing results, you're gaining stubborn weight, losing muscle, sleeping poorly, or just not feeling like yourself anymore, it may be more than just aging. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Our low T and body composition treatments are designed to help men regain energy, improve focus, sleep better, build lean muscle, reduce unwanted fat, and restore confidence both in and out of the gym. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we specialize in helping men optimize their health, performance, and vitality. Using personalized medical treatments tailored to your health and goals, many men begin noticing improvements in energy, mental clarity, recovery, motivation, libido, and overall body composition within just a few weeks. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, PSA and T-test, and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Skip this year's Front Porch Roofing Circus and bring in the local professionals.
Visit us at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros.
What's up, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. If degenerative joints are trapping you in pain, then you need to go see my friends at Regen RX in Denver, because they can help you reclaim your freedom to move, to explore, and live life on your own terms. Their natural stem cell and PRP therapy uses your body's own healing power to set you free. Pain-free, that is. So get your free consultation today and give them a call at 303-630-9770, or you can visit them online at regenrx.co. And right now, you can get 50% off of your first shockwave therapy treatment in July. So give them a call again at 303-630-9770.
Jane is a small business owner.
That's right.
And tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect. Plus gig speeds with security and equipment included. All with a 5-year price lock.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
Exactly. The Total Solutions Advantage. Get started for just $60 a month for 12 months when you add wireless connect to a qualifying internet package. No one does business like Comcast Business.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
This July, make the most of summer adventures in the all-new 2026 Honda Passport from Champ Honda. Designed for drivers who want capability without compromise, the Passport is equally at home on Colorado back roads, weekend camping trips, or your daily drive across town. At Champ Honda, buying is just as easy, thanks to their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, giving you a transparent price, a single advisor, and a faster, more enjoyable experience. Plus, Champ Honda never charges dealer handling fees.
I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. A lot of new firms aren't even from Colorado, but we are.
For 47 years, we've known Colorado law, we've fought for our neighbors, and we won for our community. If you've been injured, call 303-GOOD-LAW.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Whatever the forecast, aches and pains can cloud up a perfect day. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief. So you're ready for sunny skies ahead. Use as directed.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Imperfect analogies.
But Mark is not inferring that Bo Nix is a serial killer.
Poor communication.
Normally your phone by this time of the day, you haven't had it on the charger in 3 days. It's somewhere buried in a bag.
And emotional outbursts.
It would have been magical. Then I would have gave the bird to Payton and down the sideline, give him the double bird as I'm running by him. Yeah, take this! You missed me!
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Rolling into our 9 o'clock hour. Stoke off today. Summer Stoke continues. Hit him straight, Stoke. In the meantime, I got Stink here. And so I got this text. So we went after Cecil a little bit yesterday.
I don't know. Did we?
I don't know. Did we go after him?
I don't think we went after
him.
So
all we did was respond to a clip that his own show, his own producer, put out to the other shows. Like, hey, if you guys missed any of Dover and Cecil, here's what he said. And this was, let's give you a chance to hear it.
Rich Eisen asked the question to Wickersham, is like, why did they take play calling away? Or why does he choose to have Davis Webb call plays? Not his choice. It's not his choice. And I love that because it's like there's accountability at every level with the Broncos. There's accountability, and it comes from the very, very tippy top. It comes from Greg Penner on down. And I'm not saying that Greg Penner's like totally got his hands on the wheel and he's taking it away from Sean, but it's like, no, there's an expectation. Sean Payton is very well paid. Very well paid. You're not just going to get by with a billionaire like Greg Penner of being like, no, I'm really good. Trust me. No. Right. You are going to have accountability. You are going to have things that you must do. And then that trickles down to everybody else, which is great. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of shame, and there's nothing wrong with a lot of accountability.
So our only question is, okay, Cease, did Greg Penner order the code red here?
Right.
Because I don't think that was the case. You don't seem to think that it was the case. But in saying what we said yesterday, led Cecil to say, this is great. I love chopping it up with the other shows. Said something to the effect that we have to stop riding Sean's jock, basically. So, okay, here's all I'm asking. Do you believe 100%, and you don't have to reveal your sources, but have you been told that this was not Sean Payton's idea and that he was told to do it? That's all I want to know.
No.
Because if he was, okay, we got ourselves a story.
Right.
But that's what I want to know. Is that what
Sean Payton's my friend.
Is that what you're going with? That this was not Sean Payton's choice?
Yeah.
If it isn't, that is one of the biggest storylines in the NFL right now. So if that's what you got, I that's what I want to know.
Right.
If that's not the case, well, then you got to tell us.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, all I can tell you is I talked to Sean about, this contract and how long they worked on this contract. And, all those things. Like, are you negotiating a big-time, huge contract extension for Sean Payton 2 years before his contract is up, just to tell him, oh, and by the way, you're also going to relinquish your play calling duties Like, if you think that much of Davis Webb and you say, we're so worried about losing him, we see him as our head coach in the future, and in the same breath saying, you're going to relinquish play calling duties, but at the same time, we want to give you this long-term extension as, what, a sign of gratitude for what you've accomplished in your first 3 years here as the Broncos head coach, for getting us out of the wasteland that we were in for a decade plus. I just don't think that Greg Penner is coming to Sean in the midst of negotiating a contract and also bigfooting him at the same time. I purely think this was Sean's decision. And again, I keep going back to his mentor, and we had these conversations about the phone calls that he's had with Bill Parcells, and he has them on a weekly basis and, and maybe at a daily basis at times. But that is his guy. And Bill Parcells was a CEO. I mean, he had his hand in everything. And I think relinquishing play-calling duties at this point in his career, where he said, man, I'd lost my fastball. I'd lost some of my nerve. I used to think, hey, reverse off my own goal line. I didn't even question it. And now I'm kind of like, I don't want to do that. It could put us in harm's way. And so I just don't know. I just don't know, based on all the things that have happened, how it makes sense that Greg Penner would come and strip play calling duties from the guy who he's given complete and total control of the organization.
Let's try to look at this. Let's try to look at this logically here, okay? And this is a roundabout way of me patting myself on the back for my theory from about a month ago. Okay?
Right, that was completely wrong.
Well, but hear me out.
No.
Okay, let's say that Sean Payton was either ordered or was strongly encouraged to give up the play calling to Davis Webb. Okay? Let's start with that as the baseline. Well, if that was the case, and you believe so strongly in Davis Webb and what his future is all about, and you understand that if he delivers on what you think he's going to deliver on, guess what? He's going to be in huge demand when it comes to the next head coaching cycle, right?
Correct.
So if you believe that strongly in Davis Webb, wouldn't you not want to lose him? Wasn't that my point? Wasn't that what I was saying?
You wouldn't want to lose him.
You wouldn't want to lose him.
Yeah.
And my point was, and this was before Sean signed the new deal, was, hey, are we looking at a scenario where if Davis Webb really lights it up and Bo lights it up this year, a year from now, are we looking at the very real possibility that the Broncos may decide, hey, we want to hitch our wagon to Davis Webb, young and innovative and, the next big thing moving forward than Sean Payton, who will only have had like a year or two left on his deal. Well, that would have been the likely move if you ordered Sean to give up the play calling.
Yeah, you wouldn't have redone the contract.
No, you wouldn't have.
No.
And you'd be...
Which I said to you was, when you said it, I was just incredulous about how ridiculous it was.
All right, well, then you have to then say that anybody suggesting that Sean was ordered to give up the play calling, that's a ridiculous assertion, right?
Oh, I believe it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I do believe it is. I just don't think that's how the organization runs. And the guy that you have given complete and total autonomy to run your organization now all of a sudden, and he's done it, and you've gone to an AFC championship, and you probably would have gone to the Super Bowl if not for an injury to your quarterback. Now you're just going to take it away from him.
Right.
And give him a new contract on the same.
And to the point about, riding Sean's jock. Okay, Sean's not perfect. There's been plenty of things that we've criticized Sean for. But sometimes you just have to sit back and you have to take a look at the big picture. And anybody, and Cecil lived through it as well as we all did, anybody who lived through the prior 10 years to Sean coming here understands what a train wreck this thing was, how shockingly irrelevant the Broncos had become. They had become a joke. They were either a joke or they were worse than a joke. Right. They were just irrelevant.
Yeah.
So when you look and see how things have turned around since this guy got here, that's all I really care about.
Right. I had that.
Now, if once you get into starting to really get into all the moves and the things and some of the coaching decisions, sure. I mean, there's room for But overall, this guy's been a godsend to this franchise. And if you call that riding his jock, okay, guilty. My hands up, guilty as charged.
Goes back to when I had dinner with Howard Katz, who was the guy who put the schedules together for years and years and years. And this is all the way back to 2018 or 2019, who said the Broncos were a jewel in the crown of the NFL TV ratings bonanza. And they are no longer relevant. We no longer want them in that 205 or that 225 standalone game that goes national. They're no longer. You know who took that slot over? The Kansas City Chiefs, obviously, took that slot over. But that's the guy who puts the schedule together who's telling me the Broncos are no longer relevant, and they were relevant for decades. We want them in that window because of the attention they drew and the ratings we got from the Broncos, and we no longer can pull that rating from the Broncos. And bottom line is that went on for over a decade, and Sean Payton coming here has pulled them back out. It pulled them out of that abyss and put them right back on the map when it comes to who do we want in the standalone game at 225 Mountain? You know who that is? Your Denver Broncos.
Yeah. So, yeah, was it the wrong move to kick to go for it on fourth down in the AFC Championship? Absolutely,
mm-hmm.
And we criticized him for it. I hate all the personnel packages. I can't stand all the screens. Okay,
mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's certainly parts of Sean's coaching performance here but when you sit back and look at the overall big picture and realize what it was and what it is, and if you can't recognize this guy's role in it, then whatever the opposite of riding Sean's jock is,
mm-hmm.
then that's you. Whatever the opposite is,
right?
That's you.
Okay.
So, all right. Wanted to get that off my chest. Still love you, Cecil. Don't know if I like the comment that apparently he said, I wear stretchy pants size 36, but I'm really a 46. That's a little cruel.
Yeah.
When you are a man, sometimes you wear stretchy pants.
It's true.
But I don't wear thongs.
No.
Shut the hell up.
I can't.
Right. Ouch. I don't.
Yeah.
Just. Gee.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, if it works for you, go for it. All right. Up next. Speaking of screens and your frustration with screens and my frustration with screens, there is a stat out there that would seem to support all of you who can't stand Sean screens. That's next.
The Rockies say Hunter Goodman isn't available.
How much do you want?
But every man has a price.
I think when you look at the Rockies, they're more than just one player away, right? You got to start trying to get some guys, multiple guys. And if you can flip one great player and hopefully hit the lotto, hit the Powerball. Look, they've overachieved this year. They've been more competitive than I thought. But if you can flip Hunter Goodman and hopefully get a haul in return, you got to seriously consider that.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my buddy Troy Hansford, talking to him about the housing market recently. It's gone from one of the hottest it's ever been a couple of years ago to prices declining. People haven't seen that in quite some time. But if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell it. Still get top dollar, believe it or not. Troy still offered his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you guys agree upon beforehand, he's going to scratch you a check for $5,000. Come on, nobody else makes that offer. And Troy makes that offer because he continues to spend money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy. If you have a house, Troy probably has the perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him at 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Welcome to Whatever Bank, where we succeed in doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, hi. I normally get paid on Fridays. Is there any way I can get my direct deposit sooner?
Oh, you're serious?
You don't have to bank like that. Make the switch to KeyBank and get access to eligible direct deposits up to 2 business days early with Early Pay.
So it is possible.
Learn more at key.com/earlypay. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Colorado Summer's calling, and Siltahar Motors has the lineup to answer. During the Ford Summer Sales Event, Bronco Sport, F-150, and Ranger are all on sale. 0% financing available, no payments for 90 days. Not ready for new? Siltahar's certified pre-owned vehicles are inspected, warranted, and backed by a 5-day exchange. Plus, get top value for your trade-in. Trails, towing, mountain roads, the vehicle that fits how Colorado lives. Family owned for 66 years, sthmotors.com or Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors, get everything you want out of a dealership.
Hey, this is Rob Biandino at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. If you've been injured in a car accident or property damage, you need our help. I handle all my cases personally. I know all the medical experts, all the damage experts to get you the most for your injuries and your damages. If you're injured in an accident, call me. I will go to war for you. The insurance company knows that I'm a trial lawyer. That will get you more money, a better settlement at the end of the day. Give me a ring, 720-706-5151. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here, and if you're a guy over 50 dealing with an enlarged prostate, you need to know about PAE, prostate artery embolization. It's minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're back home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatments with near zero impact on sexual function. Top-tier radiologists, boutique setting, personalized care in Lakewood. Go to coloradoae.com.
Don't guess on major HVAC, plumbing, or electric repairs. Get a free second opinion and same-day service from Fix-It 24/7. Honest answers, fast help. Visit fixmyhome.com today.
This segment on The Fan brought to you by Denver Roof Pros.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Temper tantrums.
Was that fun, listener? Were those good questions? Did you find yourself going, man, Stokley, Evans, Schlereth, you guys are dumb. Did you have fun today?
Copyright infringement.
He took something that I have told him and tried to make it his own and just did not present very well.
And some flexible scheduling.
When I grow up, I want to have Mark's schedule. No one has a better schedule than Mark Schlereth. He just shows up and works whenever he wants to.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
If you're a young coach, you want to study the perimeter screen game, Sean Payton is arguably the best in football. They ran 86 different screens. Quick screens to wide receivers, slow screens to backs, scan screens, play action screens. They do an excellent job really making it hard for you to rush the passer with all these screens.
Boy, what do you think Cecil's going to say about that? I mean, apparently John Gruden really riding Sean Payton's jock. So
loves the screen game.
We'll get to that. We'll get to the screens in a second, but you know, there's a stat now for everything. There's a analytic for everything, right?
Right.
So here's
you know
one
why?
Why?
Because it makes people who don't really know anything feel like they know a lot.
This is what gets you into trouble.
But that's really it, right? You could take people who have no clue of what they're looking at, and they can boil it down into a stat that says something they want it to say, and then they can post it and go, "Look how smart I am."
All right, well, I'm not going to let you take me too down deep into the
I'm
weeds
just letting
here.
you know. Go ahead.
But I know you hate analytics, but fact remains is that analytics now dominates all sports. It's here. It's not going anywhere, and it's never been as big as it is. So maybe you need to put a little bit more respect on the analytics, because are you telling me that everybody's wrong? That everybody in every sport is wrong for embracing analytics the way they do?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. You know what?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You know what? That's on me, folks. Sorry, I'm tapping the chest. I should have. What would I expect from you? Okay, here it is.
All right.
So this is what a lot of Bronco quarterbacks who hate Sean's screen game are jumping on. It's a It's called a static true drop back. Okay.
Okay, that's a made up scouting term. Static true drop back.
Is that like electric heels?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like angular capture right there.
A
Okay.
static true drop back is a drop back with no motion, no play action, no screens, no RPO. It's come up to the line of scrimmage, get set, hut 1, hut 2, quarterback drops back. Okay? The goal is to capture how efficient quarterbacks were when they simply had to drop back and pass without the added benefit of motion or schematic help. Okay, you understanding me now here?
Yeah, it's just line up in a static formation.
Yep.
And snap the ball.
And the quarterback drops back to pass.
Right.
What happens then? So in this stat, Bo Nix is in the upper. In fact, he's the best in football of all quarterbacks when it comes to how he performs in that static drop back statistic.
Okay.
And he's in a very select class, but the best of this class, with other quarterbacks like MVP Matthew Stafford, runner-up MVP Drake May, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, and Jordan Love.
Okay.
So if you may not like the stat,
right,
but however that stat is measured from an apples to apples comparison, these are the other quarterbacks with him. Now, if this was one of those things where, okay, this stat was invented or this stat was created to make Bo Nix look good, and he was in this upper quadrant and he was there with the likes of Tyler Shook, then okay, I could roll my eyes at it. But is there something to the idea that when Sean Payton and hopefully Davis Webb this year simply get out of the way and let Bo be Bo and let Bo drop back and let Bo let it fire from the pocket, good things happen.
Yeah. All right, let me ask you this, okay? Give me that. What was it? Static. What was the thing? And give me the definition again.
All right. I can't wait till you start traveling around the NFL asking offensive coordinators about static, true drop back. A drop back with no motion, no play action, no screens, no RPO. The goal is to capture how efficient quarterbacks are when they simply had to drop back and pass without the added benefit of motion or scheme.
Okay,
schematic help.
Let me ask you this. What was the average percentage of pre-snap motion on any given play in the National Football League last year? Like, you take all 32 teams, what percentage of pre-snap motion is there?
Well, actually, didn't Gruden say? All right, here's what Gruden said about the Broncos and using motion.
Payton does not use a lot of motion. At least he didn't last year. 40.4% of the time, Denver went in motion. That's 31st in the league.
All right, so if they went in motion 40%, and that's basically dead last in the league, then I'd say the number's probably up around 50, 60%.
The motion percentage in the NFL last year league-wide was 63.9%. So 63% of the time, that stat doesn't mean jack squat.
Correct.
Then you add in the screens, and then you add in the play action, and then you add in the RPO. You're talking maybe 9% of the plays are pure drop back. That's your sample size you're using. And 9%
on that
of the
9%, Bo was the best.
Lord,
and with the other 9%,
what are we doing, math nerds? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, man. When Bo's outside and the sun is shining and the wind is less than 8 miles an hour, there's nobody better at handing the ball off for yards per carry than Bo Nix. I mean, come on. Come on. What are we doing?
Well, not only is there a stat for everything, but there's always going to be some stat that you can find that will take your guy and paint him in a very positive light.
Right. I mean, you could do that. Like, But context is important, and you look at the use of motion, and then we're just talking about straight motion. What about shifts? Like, shifts to me are a part of motion where you're just changing the strength, and maybe you set and then you snap the ball, but it's still part of that motion aspect to try to undress the defense, to try to figure out where the blitzer's coming from, to try to figure out, what the rotation of the defense at the secondary is and all that stuff. And so, I mean, again, I would just kind of look at that stat and go, that doesn't tell me, oh, the Broncos should now stop throwing screens. Like, part of the reason he's efficient is because of what they do as an offense in general.
I'm going to ask you to do something probably pretty difficult coming up here.
All right.
I'm going to ask you to defend Sean Payton's love of screens.
Okay?
All right. That's next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We have 4 drops this year at various international hot tubs locations across the metro starting July 24th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey, Brandon Stokley here. You know how you think you're doing everything right until someone shows you what you missed? That was me with Trajan Wealth. I thought my retirement plan was solid. Turns out my investments, taxes, and estate plan weren't nearly as coordinated as I believed. Trajan Wealth's fiduciary took a second look, and they showed me how everything could work together. Now I got a clearer path, less guesswork, and way more peace of mind. And look, saving for retirement is one thing. Feeling ready for it is something else entirely. Trajan Wealth helped me get from one to the other. They explained everything clearly, gave me options, and never pushed anything I didn't need. That's why I'm a client now. So if you're wondering whether your plan could be stronger, call my friends at Trajan Wealth today. 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. They have offices in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client. Paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
In the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
It's no secret that the checkout line feels a lot heavier. If those daily essentials are ending up on a credit card, those double-digit interest rates are quietly draining your bank account. If that debt is starting to feel heavy, you're not alone. And if you're a homeowner, you've likely looked at your mortgage rate and thought, I can't touch that. With American Financing's Smart Equity Loan, you don't have to. It allows you to wipe out high-interest debt and lower your monthly overhead while keeping your primary mortgage intact. It's a surgical strike against debt. Unlike a fluctuating HELOC, the Smart Equity Loan is a fixed-rate loan, giving you a predictable monthly payment. At American Financing, there are never any upfront fees to find out what you qualify for. Guys, talk to a salary-based mortgage consultant today. Experts who are paid to help you save, not sell you more than you need. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
Massive biceps.
Your arms look big. I don't know if it's fat or muscle.
You watch that, you.
Minor accomplishments.
I did yoga yesterday. I signed up and took a yoga class yesterday.
And having each other's backs.
Mrs. S. Lana, Stoke's playing golf today, and Stoke has no intention of going appliance shopping with you. Here's the deal. Just so you know.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Do we have to play
All
better
right.
football?
I need you, perhaps to defend the indefensible.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got to tell me, Sean screens, the fascination with the screens, bugs all of us. And I, apparently, one of the founding members of the Riding Sean Payton's Jock fan club.
Yeah.
Even I don't get all the screens. So please, Mr. Football, please, Mr. Studies the film, please, Mr. Sits down with John Gruden, sits down with Mike Shanahan, sits down with his own personal quarterback coach to understand offensive football.
Right.
Please try to explain to me and all of us why Sean threw as many screens as he did last year.
Yeah. Like, I get annoyed with some of the bubble screens as well. And you see a lot of screens thrown in this league, especially with young quarterbacks, where I think coaches use it as a breather. Here's something easy. It's an easy completion, gets you in a little bit of a rhythm, and you don't have to think. The issue that I also see, and I was watching tape yesterday with my quarterback coach, watching tape yesterday, and I watched a screen thrown by the Bears into a really bad look so they had two guys lined up. It was a 2-by-2 formation, and the defense is 3 over those two. And so they throw a screen out there with no option. And so the wide receiver on that side's got essentially 2 guys to block. And, you're trying to get it's not like a tear screen where the guy's rolling back in. And so you really don't have numbers. But they threw it anyhow, which tells me, one, Caleb Williams didn't have the authority to check out of a bad look and get to something else. So that becomes a breather play for my young quarterback. Just throw it out there. It's kind of that in that scenario, that's a wasted play, in my opinion.
How's it a breather from my quarterback, my young quarterback, who already feels the weight of the world on him, if I throw a screen that loses a yard and now it's 2nd and 11?
Right. Yeah, it's not. It's a breather.
How's that a breather play?
A breather play is, by definition, is you don't have to think. You don't have any checks. You don't have anything. We're just throwing this screen. And
that's Ben Johnson.
Yeah,
young offensive guru Ben Johnson.
Right.
Calling that play.
So one of the things that I talked about with the defensive coordinator, this was when Sean was coaching in New Orleans, and I'm doing a game, and this defense is playing against Sean, and said, man, the screens drive me crazy as a coordinator because most teams have 2 or 3 tops. And Sean will come into a game with 7 or 8. And you got to practice them. You got to kind of think about, okay, he might run this, he might run this. So you got to run them in practice. Well, running against the potential screens you're going to see versus the things you're going to see, but you're worried about giving up a rip play on a screen that gives up 15 yards, it just takes time away from the things you've got to defend.
Well, it would appear that defensive coordinators did a nice job of preparing for Sean's screen game.
Well, I mean, do you think Sean's screen game was no good last year?
It was.
You just remember,
I thought it was. I mean, well, you're talking about a mediocre offense,
an
inconsistent offense, and we saw a lot of those screens called for a mediocre, inconsistent offense. So that answers your question about how successful they were.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it does.
Sure, it does.
How many R.J. Harvey's touchdowns? His 12 touchdowns were off of screens or swings.
There were some. Yep.
Okay.
No.
Right.
But I would say if you gave me a number, let's say they threw 200 screens. Okay. I would say less than 50% of them would go down as being successful.
What's your definition of successful?
gaining more than if it was designed either to be a big pass play or to be used in place of a run because you don't like the run game, then I would say you're gaining. If you thought it was in place of a run, did it gain 4 or 5 yards? And if you thought it was to be used as a weapon in the pass game, did it gain 6 to 8 yards? If those are the parameters, I would say those screens probably had about 48% success rate.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So in 2025, would you be surprised to know that in 2025, the Broncos averaged 4.8 yards per attempt on their screen passes?
What was the league average? I know, I'm throwing that at you.
All right, I don't know that, but it says quarterback Bo Nix threw screen on 14.8% of his passing attempts, which was the second highest rate in the league.
Okay.
All right. So is 4.8 yards getting you in 2nd down and 5, theoretically, is 4.8 yards a successful play in the NFL?
If you're running on 1st and 10?
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
And
if I'm running on 2nd and 10, no.
Well, a successful play is defined as if you get half the yardage you need to make a 1st down. That's how they define success. So theoretically, on 2nd and 10, it's still a successful play because it's netting you about 5 yards. So if it's better than their run game, which it is, then why do you have such a problem? I understand.
Okay.
I understand why.
Answer? Is that the answer?
Yeah.
Is that the answer?
The answer
that he believes so little in their ability to run the football,
yes,
and understands the importance of a run game to a young quarterback, but we can't give him that. So I'm going to have the 2nd highest rate of screens run in the NFL with the hope that I gain 4.8 yards to help my quarterback.
To help my quarterback.
If that's the answer, then I can go with that.
Right. And because it'd be really interesting to see how the screen game evolved when J.K. Dobbins went down. If it became more or less, that whole 9 yards. But again, I understand because what we tend to forget, or what we tend to remember, I should say, like when you ask me about my career, it's much easier for me to remember the crappy things that happened to me, right? The holding calls I got that brought back touchdowns. I remember those vividly. The great things that I did, whatever, that was just part and parcel of the game for the most part. So it's really easy to remember the crappy screens, right? It's really easy to remember those. It's really hard because you see those, you're like, why are we running another screen? But again, you were 14-3. Now, do I suspect that those screen passes he'll pare those down a bit? Yeah, I do. Of course, the very first period that I was out there on Tuesday of the mini camp, a month ago or whatever it was a screen period.
with Davis Webb calling the plays.
And Davis Webb was walking away. We just got finished talking. He goes, Sean's going to love this period. And he goes out and it was all screens. Yeah. Like, here we go. This one's for Sean. This one's for Sean.
Look, I think in the final analysis, here it is. If we just got done watching a Broncos offense that was mediocre and inconsistent, and the Broncos ranked 20th in the NFL in most screens run, then I think, okay, let's back off the whole screen witch hunt.
Yeah.
But we just got done watching an offense that was mediocre and inconsistent, and they ran the 2nd most screens.
Right.
That now you can point to it and say, hey, there's a valid reason.
There's a valid reason. You're not running the ball well. You're taking some pressure off your young quarterback,
or you're just too infatuated with him.
Right. You're giving him some. You get like John Gruden was right when he said, hey, it slows down the pass rush. It does all these things. It's part of the growth process. It's part of it'd be interesting to see if there were a lot more screens run in Drew Brees. Now, it's different because Drew Brees was in year 5 or whatever.
Right.
But if there were a lot more screens run early in Drew's career or later in Drew's career. But yeah, I get – hey, listen, I get annoyed as anybody with bubble screens on a consistent basis. I get that. But I also understand some of the other values that it does bring your offense.
Speaking of value, you will love our Training Camp 2026 T-shirt, and we are giving those away tomorrow from noon to 1 p.m. Next giveaway, our free limited edition T-shirts will be at International Hot Tubs, located at 1035 Zunai Street in Denver. Limit one per person while supplies last. For more details and to find a location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt. Coming up next, I am going to play audio of a coach talking to his football team. And if I didn't tell you who that coach is, you're going to think that I unearthed some old Nathaniel Hackett sound. That's next.
What if J.K. Dobbins finally gets a full 17 games? Could a major award be awaiting him if so?
Are the Broncos sitting on the biggest sleeper in the National Football League? And is his name J.K. Dobbins? I think the answer could be yes. J.K. Dobbins has that natural physical talent to be the leading rusher in the NFL. He's just got to stay healthy. And if he does that, man, this is setting up to be a special season.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, your boy Stink here from my friends at Smart Union Local 9. Are you an experienced sheet metal worker looking for more than just a job? Ready for a career? At Smart Local 9, we offer strong, reliable, family-supported wages, employer-paid health care, and no out-of-pocket premiums, and a dependable retirement with both pension and 401k, so you can retire with dignity. Hey, learn more about smw9.com. Experience the strength of collective bargaining with Smart Local 9 Sheet Metal Workers Union. Visit them at smw9.com. Smart Local 9, where pride meets your future.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975 in Boulder, has a championship-level lineup ready for you to test drive and take home today. They currently have specials on both the BMW X3 and X5 models. The BMW X3 model is a luxury compact SUV that offers balanced handling and a powertrain variety. The BMW X5 model is a high-performance powerhouse luxury model that offers you a thrilling driving experience. They also have a great pre-owned BMW lineup as well. Schedule your test drive today. Go to GebhardtBMW.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We can't stop time, but we can make your day more efficient, and we can help you get fit and stay fit.
Hey, in Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
Imagine this. No more wasting time in traffic, no more crowded gyms. And here's the touchdown play. Get your family involved. Your health is your ultimate MVP, and I know staying fit is not always easy. Whether it's Rod, Carl, or myself, we shop at Fitness Gallery, and you should too. With the right equipment at home, you can train like a pro whenever it suits you. You never regret buying quality. Fitness Gallery sells commercial-grade equipment for the home. It's simply the best.
Invest in your health and happiness with Fitness Gallery. Visit one of our 7 store locations for a free home gym layout and design today.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation, because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
One Wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lemmy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 1043 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine?
Caffeine Kicks.
You're drinking from a cup of coffee that's clearly not yours. Right. Because on the side it says, Mama needs more coffee.
Selective Amnesia.
I mean, things come out of my mouth. I don't remember from segment to segment what I said.
And oversimplification.
Mike used to be intelligent before he started working with me, and I've dumbed him down.
He has dumbed me down a lot.
I'll be honest, it's going to be hard to dumb me down.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
I'd say we've had a very intelligent show today.
Yeah.
And without Stokes, so coincidence?
Yeah. Who brings who down?
I got to get to some of the top audio of the day here. Okay, a couple things. First of all, if you don't know who this NFL coach is, two things may pop to mind. Oh, that's Nathaniel Hackett. You guys unearthed some old Nathaniel Hackett sound addressing the Broncos when he was head coach. Or, if you didn't know who it was, you'd swear that Joe Biden was once addressing an NFL team.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Joe Biden. It wasn't Nathaniel Hackett. This is, and it's even better if you could see the video to go along with the audio because it makes it even more cringy.
They've been playing it on ESPN.
But the audio itself is cringy enough. And this is one of the dudes in the NFL. This is John Harbaugh, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now coaching the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And if you weren't sure that he's the new coach of the New York Giants, you will be here in about 40 seconds.
Standing up here in front of the New York Giants. The New York Giants. It's a New York Giants sitting in this room. The New York Giants. Wow, it's an honor. It's an honor to stand in front of this room right now. And I know those coaches back there feel the same way, right, coaches? It's an honor. We've been working, haven't we? We've been working early and we're late, getting ready for today. Today. Sitting in this chair, this seat, getting to work, getting started, our beginning. Because this is where it all begins, together.
And this is one of the best coaches in the NFL. Makes me think,
not good.
Just how bad are coaches talking to the room?
Talking about the New York Giants, aren't we?
He's
Giants.
annoying.
Sitting in this chair, Corinthian leather, so soft.
How about when he
Very comfort.
How about when he says, "Right, coaches"? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
coach.
They're all like, "Oh gosh, don't bring me into this. Don't bring me in this train wreck." Harbaugh's my buddy
I
too.
know.
He's my buddy. Lord have mercy.
One more time.
Just
Standing up here in front of the New York Giants. The New York Giants.
Dude, I could just see
It's a New York Giants sitting in
Joe
this room.
Biden doing that.
Right.
Sitting in here in front of the New York Giants. Tell you, man. And just wandering off, like, no, come back. President Biden, come back over to this mic.
The New York Giants.
Right. Reminds me.
All right, so there was that. Then here's the fuel that this is like rocket fuel for me. All right.
Ooh.
Because not only do I love the fact that people who have been trying to tear down and smear Bo Nix ever since he was drafted where he was by the Broncos are having to admit they were wrong.
Yes.
But this whole NFL network, I know a lot of people don't pay much attention, but the fact that this list gave us the gold, that is Bo Nix coming in 10 spots ahead of Lamar Jackson, knowing how the Lamar Jackson stands react to any kind of criticism. Put Fox Sports' Chris Broussard in that mix.
You have an issue with Fred Van Vliet being ahead of Anthony Edwards. I don't know. Brandon Ingram's better than Giannis. I mean, no, this is what we're saying. Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs, and Bo Nix doesn't even have 2 or 1. Pro Bowl appearance. And we know how easy it is to get in the Pro Bowl nowadays.
Broke his ankle.
In the playoffs?
Okay. I think he would have made the playoff.
No, he would not have.
He wouldn't have made the Pro Bowl?
He hasn't. He hasn't made a Pro Bowl.
Okay.
And he's better than Lamar Jackson. He should. I have a problem with him being 10 centimeters in front of Lamar Jackson. I actually have a problem with him being 10 spots behind Lamar Jackson. He should be 20, 30 spots behind Lamar. What are we talking about? I'm baffled. And I honestly, players, I got nothing but love and respect for y'all, but this is embarrassing.
I understand. Listen, man, I understand.
I am here for that.
Yeah, I understand Broussard's.
Well done, players. Well done.
By the way, my guy hosting, he would have made. No, he wouldn't. The Pro Bowl was voted on well before the playoffs.
Yeah, but I think the idea was that, with guys dropping out. I mean, Shador was a Pro Bowl quarterback. So I think the argument would have been that had Bo not got hurt, guys would have tapped out, and Bo would have been a Pro Bowl
feeds into what Broussard was saying, was you making the Pro Bowl is that's not a honor so much anymore. So, but yeah, I mean, if you're just looking at last year, 14-3 versus what was I think Lamar Jackson's record was I think he played in 13 games.
He was 6-7 as a starter last year.
6-7 as a starter last year, and statistically, they were pretty close numbers wise, but again, if you look at the body of the work and the history, and if you surveyed 32 defensive coordinators, all 32 would say, yeah, I'd rather face Bo than I would Lamar. But again, this is one of the problems with this top 100, letting players vote on things where they kind of do it willy-nilly, if you will.
Well, and this is why I hate the fact that Bo caught strays, because Bo's exactly where he should be. He was 64 last year. He moved up to 59.
Lamar shouldn't have dropped from 2 to 69.
So your argument should be, hey, the players screwed this up. They got Lamar Jackson wrong. Fine.
Yeah.
That's a debate I'm worth listening to, and I probably would agree with you. But to make your case by jumping on and hammering away at Bo,
correct.
That's the part that I think is unfair. That you're trying to make your case for Lamar at the expense of Bo. Bo's exactly where Bo should be.
You know what would solve this whole conundrum?
Not doing it?
Well,
the list? I love the list.
Right.
Because it creates stuff like this.
Beyond not doing it, you know what else would solve the problem?
What's that?
Not involving quarterbacks in a football player list.
Here we go. So
if you took all the quarterbacks out, Mike, then we wouldn't have to deal with Lamar being at 69 and and Bo being at 59.
Finally.
Yes.
According to EPA,
oh God,
expected points added.
Okay.
This is like war, wins above replacement, and
that's nerd stuff.
Basketball has that kind of stuff. Hockey has that kind of stuff. What you were, your goals above what was expected, what it would have been, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Nerd stuff. But anyway, this for the whole bit about the Broncos screen game.
Mm-hmm.
This actually cast the Broncos screen game in a positive light, according to expected points added last year in the NFL. Where do you think the Broncos ranked in EPA, expected points added, with their screen game? 12th.
All right.
12th.
I don't even know what that
They were
means.
12th in the NFL. The top 3 teams in the NFL were San Francisco, New England, and Detroit. Okay, those were the best screen teams. New England was a top 5 rushing team in the NFL,
Okay.
which is going to help your screen game.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco has Christian McCaffrey.
gonna
Detroit
help you.
has Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
Tell you what, give me Christian McCaffrey or Jahmyr Gibbs here. Start throwing some of those screens. Something tells me we'd get a different result.
I mean, R.J. Harvey was pretty damn good catching the ball out of the backfield.
So you want to put R.J. Harvey in the same class as Christian McCaffrey and Jahmyr Gibbs?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
And by the way, the screens that bothered most of us the most weren't necessarily the
screens
swing
that
passes.
didn't work.
No,
they were the
it
screens that didn't work.
It wasn't so much.
You know what? If we just run the screens that work as opposed to the screens that don't work, then we'd be fine with screens.
It wasn't the ones. It wasn't like the swing screens to R.J. Harvey that I think bugged people the most. It was snap, hike. Troy Franklin is out on the left side. He stops and then takes a step back and catches. Those were the ones that drove people the craziest. You give me a nice little swing pass to my running back with a head of steam coming out of the backfield.
What about the ones where they did the same thing with Troy Franklin or with Cortland or with Mims that were successful?
Those are great.
Let's just keep those ones in.
No, those are great. But
let's keep those ones in. Take the bad ones out.
Take the bad ones out.
It's science.
Okay? Sean, just take the bad ones out.
Sean, don't call any more plays that don't work.
Look, Davis Webb, you now know what the good screens were and the bad screens were. Take out the bad screens. Don't call those. Just call the good screens. We've got Dover and Cecil. Could be a little bit awkward here in the handoff. Coming up next.
What if J.K. Dobbins finally gets a full 17 games? Could a major award be awaiting him if so?
Are the Broncos sitting on the biggest sleeper in the National Football League? And is his name J.K. Dobbins? I think the answer could be yes. J.K. Dobbins has that natural physical talent to be the leading rusher in the NFL. He's just got to stay healthy. And if he does that, man, this is setting up to be a special season.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Summer should be a time of joy for children, but Wish kids often miss out due to their illness, creating a dark chapter during a time that should be filled with sunshine and memories. A wish from Make-A-Wish Colorado can change everything for these children, giving them the strength and hope they need to persevere in their fight against critical illness. My name is Carrie Fletcher. I'm part of the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC. Today, Alpine Bank